Warning, warning, containment breach in progress. Two idiots are reading the SCP files over the intercom. Please cover your ears and await further instruction.
Hello, everybody.
Hey!
Right, you do the intro, I forgot. Sorry, I
Hello.
got excited.
Welcome back to Discovering SCP. It's me, Taddy. Remember your fucking play style, you little employee.
Your place is... You're the little employee. I'm the CEO of Discovering SCP. Yes, just
his
as
name is on the channel.
I'll be seeing my lawyers. But for now, yes.
That's
For those of you on Spotify, this is another episode that you'll actually want to watch on YouTube. Sorry if you were listening in your car all excited for work. Sorry. This one's better viewed visually. But
Just take the day off. There's a new Discovering SCP. What are you doing?
yeah, there's a new... Don't go to work. There's a new Discovering SCP. Because you go to work on Sundays, right? Wait, when do the episodes drop? Saturdays? Yeah, you go to work on Saturdays, right?
We've done so for a year now.
Damn. But yes, today we have another special guest with us today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I mean, maybe.
It's not an option. I'm pointing the gun at your head as we speak. Introduce
It's
yourself.
true. It's true. Hello! I'm Nikki, or Dr. Cerise on TikTok, or NecroKitten on the SCP Wiki, or elsewhere, such as Twitch. Because, you know, having your name cohesive is just, you know, it's blasé. Who does that?
Yeah, why have one name when you can have three? Confuse
Why
everybody.
make it make sense? Exactly.
Exactly. I have many names.
Brilliant.
Exactly.
And we
Just
found
keep people on
you...
your toes.
We found you from Twitter originally, or at least that's where I found you. And you've been interacting a lot with the last person we had on for this concept, Jackrabbit. So how did you first get into SCP and creating content like streaming and TikToks and whatnot?
Oh boy. So my intro to SCP is old. Like, I want to say 2009, 2010. And I, like a lot of people, I kind of had an on-off relationship with it. So, you know, I loved it and I was super into it. And then I would just kind of forget for a few years and then see something again and get excited. But I wasn't really active up until the last year, I would say. Sometime 2000... What year is this?
It's 2022
2022.
Somehow.
Yeah.
It feels like 2021 didn't happen.
It really, I have no idea. 2019 and then now. That's it. Time is a void. But yeah, sometime in 2021, I was having a really rough time, which is not different or new. I'm sure a lot of people were having trouble in the last few years, but I was going through it, and I installed TikTok again after, you know, deleting it for the 7th time because I thought it was stupid.
Basically.
And then it ended up being a good distraction, and I came across SCP videos, and I was completely shocked and super excited that somehow there was an SCP community on TikTok. I had no idea. And I was like, hey, that's something I can do while I'm stuck inside and feeling like garbage, and maybe that'll help. And it did.
That's nice.
And then, yeah, it just kind of got me, like, back reading the wiki and just kind of renewed the, I don't know, excitement I had for it in the first place.
Well, yeah, that's honestly great to hear. I'd love to hear that the wiki is able to help people through the pandemic. That seems to be a pattern we've seen a bit, not just with you and Jackrabbit, but I feel like a lot of the community has sort of been rapidly increasing and helping a lot of people over these last 2-3 years, which is awesome to hear. I'm glad SCP could do that for you and for everyone else. But we're not here to be peaceable and kind to you today. We're here to force you to write something. Now, I want to clarify this by saying you don't need to write something for the wiki to be a contributor. You already are a massive contributor to the wiki, the community. Appreciate your presence. I'm sure you've seen on TikTok that we absolutely adore you. But nevertheless, we want to prove that if you want to write an SCP, no matter who you are, you can do it, and it's as easy as 1, 2, 3, paint by numbers, and there will never be any controversy about it. Smiley emoji. So yeah, you mentioned you brainstormed some ideas, right? Do you want to go over what you ended up coming up with before we start writing today?
I can. Yeah, I can start with what I have and then maybe go through a little bit of what it started out as originally.
Absolutely, by all means.
If that works.
There's
Oh
no
my
real
God, I hope
format
it's
to
not
this. We're winging it as we go. No worries.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
long as it gets
absolutely.
done, we're
Do
happy.
whatever
I
you
mean,
want.
is it even a podcast if it's, it's perfectly scripted?
True. The scripted podcast, like stuff like Magnus Archives, is so cool. But like, I can't imagine setting up 2 hours of
Exactly,
scripted.
Darnell. And it's just as cool as our sponsor.
Who's our sponsor?
Cool Whip.
Hell yes, I love Cool Whip. That's when someone's gonna comment like, actually, Cool Whip has child slaves in Asia, and you didn't know. And then
Right?
we're gonna, yeah, they'll be like, well, shit.
We're gonna have like
All right.
PETA after us
Oh my
for
god.
Cool Whip. God,
I just
love
want to
Cool Whip.
eat Cool Whip right now, but I can't. I gotta watch my diet.
like a big tub of Cool Whip.
You know what I've been doing recently, actually? I've been feeling like, I tweeted about this, I feel like such a chef. For a while I had to do the brat diet, and thank God I'm off it, but it got me really into rice, and I started doing this thing where I make the rice, and then I crack an egg into it, and it makes me feel so fucking cool, like I'm a big chef boy, and I just swirl it
that's
around in
delicious.
there. It is delicious. More people should try
What a
it.
shame.
What a shame?
What a shame.
What do you mean?
Very mediocre eggs. What a shame.
Tanhoney, do you even cook? I don't think I've ever seen or heard you cook.
Beans?
I can. Yeah, no,
Toast?
I can't cook beans. Whatever I want. I can do whatever I want in this world.
Yeah, whatever he wants is opening a bag of chips at the microphone and crunching so loudly.
You think I open my own chips? You peasants.
You little employee. But yeah, sorry, that was
I
a
put
taint.
maple syrup on everything, so like I can't talk.
Do you actually, or is that a Canon meme? Because if you're being legit right now,
No,
we have to stop the podcast right away.
Listen, most Canadian like tropes and memes are absolutely true. I put maple syrup on everything. I was eating it with pot stickers the other day. Delicious.
Actually, I love pot stickers, but you're an insane person. I'm sorry. Fucking
It's
Buddy the Elf over
good.
here putting
I
syrup on
promise.
spaghetti.
Ew.
Have you never seen Elf?
That's where I draw the line. Spaghetti.
Oh my god. In Elf, the titular character, Buddy the Elf, played by... Fuck, what's his name? That guy that everyone likes.
Will Ferrell?
Tom
Yeah,
Cruise.
Will Ferrell. That's it.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah, he puts syrup on everything. It's super gross. But I guess that is the norm for you. I'll allow it. I'll allow it just this once. I'm not here to make you feel bad about your eating choices. I'm cracking raw eggs on ramen, so I'm not one to talk. But, yes. As you can tell, we go on tangents a lot. That's normal. Don't feel bad to do that at any point.
That works great with my ADHD. We're solid.
Brilliant. See, we're on the same page here. I was just talking about this actually with Force. We were on Force and Powers podcast the other day. We were talking about how our ADHD caused us to go on tangents, and we did like constantly. We got to the point where like we were supposed to only record an hour so Tan could get in bed for work, and we went almost 2 hours, and he was so dead at the end. He was like, "Please end the call. I'm so sleepy."
I recorded another podcast on Thursday.
Oh,
and I mean, yeah, it was supposed to be an hour. We talked for 3.
Oh, jeez.
And I don't even remember what happened.
Where'd you go on, or is it like classified?
Classified.
I like the idea that it wasn't even a real podcast. It was just some strangers like want to be on a podcast and then recorded a 3-hour
conversation. Just some, like,
conversation.
random person.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh my god. But yes, yeah. Are you able to share where you went on, or is that a super secret?
I tweeted about it, but
I'll go look on your Twitter then. I'll dig for it. Hold on.
you can dig, yeah.
All right, I'm in the lab
It
right
won't
now.
be
just
out
digging.
until like next month, so.
All right. Wait, how many tweets did you tweet since then? Like, how much do I have to dig through?
I don't think it was that many.
Okay.
I haven't been too bad lately.
Okay, let me scroll. Tanhoney, keep the audience busy while I look for this.
Hello, everyone. It's been so long since our last episode. 7 whole days. 6 if you don't count the same day the podcast came out on last time. And I bet you're wondering, what's going on this week? Well, we've got some surprises for you. We've got a giveaway, and we don't actually have a giveaway.
You utterly lied about there not being a lot of tweets before the I can't find it anywhere. Hold on.
Perfect.
All right, well, I guess it's a secret.
We're not giving away Cool Whip. That's not a thing. Why did I come here? I'm just kidding.
You came here to write an SCP, and now we won't let you leave Tanhoney Towers until you do it. You'll get the Cool Whip when you write your damn SCP! Like fucking Spider-Man 3. Get your rent when you pay to fix this damn door. I actually rewatched the original Spider-Man trilogy recently with a friend. It was a blast. We had a good time.
Oh, they're fantastic.
I agree. Well, it's actually just called normal Spider-Man, not the Fantastic Spider-Man. That's the Fantastic Four you're thinking of. Sorry.
But we're not here to talk about Darnell and his Marvel addiction. We're here to talk about SCP.
Yes. So, yes, your idea. All right, what was your idea?
Oh my god, yeah, right. Right, that thing I'm here for. Right. So, I was actually worried, nervous about this idea because I thought it was incredibly cliche, but after talking to a few people, I guess I'm fine.
You're fine. Also, there are a ton of ideas that have been done on the wiki. It's all about how you execute them. Don't worry about something being done before. If you put up an idea and someone's like, this is just another SCP, just say, and you still have zero bitches.
Exactly. I'll be like, listen, do you know who I am? I'm famous SCP author.
Do you know who I am? TikToker, Twitter extraordinaire, and on Twitch.
Do you know who I am? I tweet too much.
I'm my own CEO, and you're just a little employee, okay?
You can't tell me what to do. I mean, you guys can, because that's why I'm here. But
yeah, this is a collaborative process.
Anyways.
Yes. Well, we got this. Focus. Idea. We can do this.
I'm focused. We're focused. We're lasered.
I'm so focused.
I'm focused.
I'm like Superman. I got lasers coming out my eyes.
Oh my god. I only have one eye, so that's fine. Okay. So my idea is, I don't even know how to describe this. So I will just give you the bare bones explanation. The SCP is it's something that's it shows up in developed 35mm camera film in like negatives.
Like Polaroids or something else?
I actually haven't nailed down if I want to do Polaroids specifically or just like old film canister rolls. So it just kind of escalates as it goes.
I'm kind of interested in this. I mean, I know that's a quote unquote trope, but I actually think like stuff showing up in cameras.
I like it.
It's been ignored for a while because people try to stray from the classics so much. I feel like that hasn't been a thing. I feel like the new cool thing is not showing up in mirrors.
I got feedback on a lot too. Is they were like, "Ooh, I haven't heard that in a long time," and I'm like, "Good, yes."
Yeah, now the cool thing is not showing up in mirrors or like only showing up in your mind. Ooh,
right? Ooh, spooky.
Ooh, but yes.
But yeah, for me, it's a lot easier to go from like my interests and what theme I want to go with first, as opposed to like what the actual, big scary monster is supposed to be.
Right.
And I think it just, I don't know, it's easier to do.
It's also the best way to tackle an SCP because everyone has a spooky, scary monster idea, and there's nothing wrong inherently with making just a spooky, scary whatever, because that develops the wiki. But at this point, by and large, you're gonna get better reactions, and you're probably gonna have a better time writing if you write with a theme or a story, like a narrative in mind, rather than just this is my creature of choice, because there are already so many creatures of choice.
Exactly. That was kind of my thought. So I kind of compiled all my favorite things. It was like, I can make a thing out of this.
Brilliant. Do you have any pre-written, or shall you be writing live for us today?
Little bit of column A, little bit of column B.
Awesome. I love multiple columns.
The only thing I really have is just two sentences. That's basically the beginning of a containment procedure and the slight description.
Did you say you have 2 sentences and it's a horror SCP? Oh boy, do I have a subreddit for you.
Oh boy. I love that subreddit, by the way.
Awesome.
I hope this SCP has a creature.
How about you post this for us? And by the way, you watched the Jackie episode we did, right? So you already know about the whole SCP-XXXX and filling that in later.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
But yeah, why don't you plop that stuff in for us? We'll give it a quick read as much as we can for it, and then if you want to take some time to write, feel free to ask questions as we need. Like Tan and I can bounce off each other. Then we can probably crit it again, and then if you want to take that crit and then go on your own, and we can meet up for a part 2. I think that might be the way to handle this.
Of course. Yeah, I think that might be the best way to go.
Awesome. And I also want to ask real quick, do you have this in mind to be like a short form SCP, or are you hoping to make something like longer in the vein of more modern stuff? No form is the right way. Just do whatever you want.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
curious.
true. I don't know. In my mind, it's more of like I don't know if medium length counts.
I would normally make like word count markers, but I feel like that's a little like too abstracted if you don't already know how long you plan to write it. But I would say like if it's under 300 words, it's probably shorter. If it's under 1,000, it's medium. And when you go above that, it gets to kind of long. But then the elitist will be like, it's not long until you hit 5K like mine.
It's not long enough.
But that's what I would classify.
I want mine. Mm-hmm. I want mine to be more about the kind of test logs and maybe a little bit of how they found it in the first place, as opposed to more like less description, more actual
addendums.
Testing of, yeah.
No problem. That's actually a pretty decent format a lot of people use nowadays. Perfectly fine. Tanhoney can help set you up with the coding for the addendums. Oh yeah, absolutely. Tan, can you set up addendums while she types out what she's got so far?
Absolutely.
I'm distracted by whichever creature is getting milked for Cool Whip on the page.
Okay. Wait, did you was Cool Whip? Did we actually make a joke of? Wait, no, you made the joke about Cool Whip first, right? Hold on. I was gonna say, did we call that your thing would be made of Cool Whip, or was that you first? I think that was you first. That brought up.
I don't even know how that.
Because we talked about our sponsor Cool Whip earlier. Was that you?
Is it Tan?
So with an addendum, what you want to do is, do you want to have some of these? You want to put the thing in, so it's in the center of the page. So if you have any text that's between these little guys, that's centered text.
Yes. And these are the type of things you'll pick up if you start writing more articles. But as you're always free to ask anyone in the community. No one's going to be a dick about it unless you're like, make this complex CSS for me for free right now. But like, people would be happy to help you.
Excuse me. I don't write my own articles. I just, can you do it for me?
Yeah, I'm so famous. I like to imagine, that thing in Persona 5 where they like find out the artist is abusing the students to make the art for him.
Oh my god. Yes.
Just Cactus has a studio of like young writers, and it's like, you want to be famous like me, don't you? He just uses their articles. He's like, yes.
Oh, wow, Cactus, these are all so diverse. Yes.
I'm just so talented like that.
I'm just so good at it. God,
just like shitting on Cactus for no reason. Yeah, Persona 5 is great. All right, so yes,
when I saw the Department of Abnormalities, I simply had to have it.
So yeah, you'll want to type outside these little asterisks. Don't worry, the space will factor
the other way.
Yeah,
the asterisks are what like bold it.
Yeah, the asterisks just bold it, and then
go back.
Yeah. So then you do one space from the asterisk and type it. Yeah.
And usually it's been. I was going to do something, but that's like my personal style, so you don't have to do what I was about to do.
Awesome.
What were you about to do?
Add a
I was going to put like the heading style to the. No, I wasn't going to do fucking nutritional chart. I was going to put some of these in front of the addendum title, so it makes it like a separate title, but that's like my thing, so you can't do that. That's copyrighted.
I love having separate title stuff, though.
Pay up then.
Pay me for my CSS.
Hey man, I have Canadian. Listen, I have Canadian money and it sucks. So
so it's worthless.
It's worthless.
No, it's fine. He has British money. It's also worthless. Will be soon enough.
It's like double. It's like double Canadian. It sucks when I was over there.
Oh damn!
I'm a peasant.
It's okay. All right. So yes, your sentences. You got those taken care of. Anonymous Dragon, is that you? Hey, what the fuck? There's a dragon Google? Dan, you're just a frog.
Yeah. Don't you know that when a frog goes over a waterfall, it becomes a dragon?
No, that's a carp.
I decide what I become.
Like a salmon?
Self-actualization frog. That would be its own cute Series 1 SCP, like a frog that becomes whatever it believes it can become. With
How does a frog believe?
self-actualization.
It doesn't even have a soul.
Alright, well, back to the fucking dungeon with you. Frogs can have souls as a treat.
I don't know why, that gives me like Chrono Trigger vibes, just thinking of a like sentient frog that does things.
Yeah, he's just hippity-hoppity.
He thinks he's a warrior, so you know, that's what he is.
Yeah, and he thinks it, and then he gets like a little Roman helmet and a sword.
It would piss me off so much if I saw a happy frog.
What the fuck? What do you have against frogs, you monster?
2 words. Crazy frog.
One of the words was frog! So your only points
Crazy.
against frogs are crazy.
Crazy frog and this crazy peen.
Crazy... Jesus. Crazy frog is one frog of many. You can't generalize against all frogs like that.
Have you seen the size of that beast? He's like 10.
Massive?
What? 10 what?
10 frogs.
Okay, so what does that have to do with other frogs?
It's
What
a
about the little
majority.
tiny frogs?
Yeah, come on.
You have to like specify 10 of how many frogs.
10 out of 12. There's only 12 frogs, but they move extremely quickly, so there's after images.
What?
That's why you think there's so many, but there's only 12. They're like the fucking Akatsuki.
Also, did you guys see Quantum was on fucking NPR? How crazy is that?
What?
Yeah, Quantum was on NPR for the thing he made, Absurdal, which is in some way related to Wordle. I don't know. He's been tweeting about it a lot. But yeah, the other day he was like, should I go on NPR? And then he just went on NPR. He's like, alright, here I am on NPR. Isn't that crazy that a former guest of ours is on fucking NPR?
I like that phrasing, former guest. Like, we could never get him on.
No. Yeah, he's too big now for us. There's no way. Look at this. I put it in the group chat.
Oh my god.
Nonetheless, edit in the NPR interview. No, don't. No,
Edit in the whole interview. We'll be stealing his content now. Yeah, I don't know what Absurdal is, but he's been tweeting about it a lot, so all the power to him. I'm happy. I know he's like a coding king, so I'm sure he's created something quite strange and awesome.
Nice.
Have either of you been playing Wordle? I just started recently, and I always barely get the word in time. I get it on like Try5.
I got it in free today. I was so fucking
Wordle makes
proud
me
of
feel
myself.
stupid.
Yeah, should we spoil the Wordle today since the episode won't come out for like 2 weeks?
Sure.
The Wordle
Go for it.
The Wordle today was crimp, right?
Yeah, I was so confused because I put in crimp as like, well, this surely isn't going to be a word, and I was like, you got it.
How do you not know crimp is a word? That's like what you do when you make cables.
What the fuck are you talking? Do I look like a guy who makes cables?
I love how I'm the IT guy and I got it in less guesses than you. Part of my problem is my strategy is to start every Wordle with the word water, and I don't know why.
Mine is adore. That's my starting word every time because that was like a lot of the good vowels.
That's actually a really good idea, and I'm stealing it. I don't know why the fuck I was using water.
I mean, mine was like fears or tears for a while.
I see.
Although there
Door
was
is good because that's
one-
3 vowels.
Yeah. There was one like earlier in the week that messed me up because it was the American spelling of favor.
Ah, yeah.
I couldn't figure out. I was sitting there and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. And then I realized, oh, right. In America, you don't use you in favor.
British people get owned. You know what? I found out Tan doesn't actually follow the British spelling while we were reading Aetheral Space. He mostly follows the British spelling unless the British spelling's more complicated. Then he does the American one. So, like, you know, he does favor, he does armor and all that, but when we got to maneuver, he definitely used the American spelling because the British one's bullshit. It's like MANOEVRE. It's like so stupid.
Oh my god, I just got Wordle in 1.
What? Did you not do it yet today and we told you the word? Asshole.
No, I did it at work and then I do it again when I come home.
You can only do it once a day. What?
I don't take my computer with me, you little shit.
So we gave you the word and you cheated. I hope you feel happy.
I already knew it. I solved it this morning and then I came in and just put it in again to get the 1.
Oh, on a different device. So you can show off your epic Wordle score to your friends. I always get it in one go.
They call me One Shot McGuire.
That's so funny. Oh yeah, so today I did water, then roomy, then prims, and then crimp.
One of mine was prick, and I was surprised it accepted that.
Oh yeah, prick was a word earlier, I think.
Word.
No, prick was like the answer earlier,
like
wasn't
a
it?
few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I can't.
Because it's prick like pricking your finger. I should clarify, Tan. They mean prick like stabbing your finger with a needle, not prick as in like the insult.
No, they decided what I want.
Okay. Well, you're dead now, so no one cares what you want. Hold on, real quick.
How am I talking? Because it's not even Halloween.
Why is the text after the Celsius like? Yeah, why is it gray, Tan?
I think you probably copy and pasted the Celsius from somewhere with slightly different text color.
It's okay, I'm fixing it. There. Awesome. Yeah, so we're going at a good pace. I actually like this format where you're just writing and we're vibing. I think last time
I dig it.
Yeah. I think last time Jackie like dropped some stuff and she pre-wrote, which was fine too. But then like I was trying to awkwardly make her write, and we were just kind of like sitting there for a half an hour. Good times.
Good times.
It turned gray again. What the fuck?
Hold up. What?
All right,
what fresh hell?
There, I fixed it.
Are you sure, Donnell? Perhaps you're simply insane.
I can't alt code the degree symbol on my keyboard because it's a 60% tiny small boy. So I can't like.
It's okay. I think I fixed it.
Like,
it should be good.
If
you need the temperature again, you can just copy the one you already wrote, and it'll have it.
I'll just copy the actual one. Okay, hang on. Let me. It's still great.
All right, here. You keep it there. Let me try. All right, now try writing after. Now erase the test and try.
Hang on, let's.
Here's what you need to do. Okay, are you on your PC? Go to the top, Nikki. You'll see. There's a text color button. It's like an A with a line under it, and make it black.
Got it. It was a slight shade of off.
Yeah, that was driving me nuts. Sorry.
Yeah, no, me too. I get you.
Awesome. But yeah, so Tan, what's been going on in your life lately?
Nothing much. I've recently joined a team for Department Con that's coming up.
Wow.
We're going to be writing about the folklore department. What's this? Wow. Do you want me to lie and think of something more exciting for you?
I just thought you would invite your co-host, but I guess I'm not cool enough to.
I just on my team. I was invited to it.
No, I get it. It was the anti-Darnell club.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Yeah, it was.
You guys all gathered. We're like, let's do this to fuck with Darnell. I want to start a crypto one, but I know no one will join it because I think it would be funny to do like the crypto department, just pumping out shit coins.
That's what happens after your title. It's like he just gets his own department. And like, we're really impressed with what you.
To think that you used crypto to almost destroy an entire civilization, we can weaponize this.
Will you do it again?
That would be actually really funny. Yeah?
I would love to see a crypto department within the Foundation that's basically like the oh my god, they're like BuzzFeed Unsolved guys where they're just fucking around the whole time.
Yeah, like they're trading in crypto,
funny.
but they're also trying to contain like anomalous crypto coins that keep popping up. Mm-hmm. If anyone wants to do that, hit me up. That would be funny. Otherwise, I'm too lazy to enter the contest. Actually, I'm probably too lazy to enter the contest, but feel free to steal my idea. But yeah, that was speaking of tech, sorry, this is a horrible segue. I just wanted an excuse to tell this story. I started a full-time job recently as a IT support technician, and it's been great. The company's awesome. My coworkers are great. The job's pretty nice. But I had a funny story. So on Friday, I stay late. I'm the late guy, so I'm there from like 10:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. And everyone else leaves at like 4:35. So they were getting ready to leave, and my boss was like, "All right, we're heading out. Since it's Friday, it's your first week. If things are calm, feel free to leave an hour early today. All right?" And I was like, "Okay." And the first 2 days I worked, all I did after 5 was like watch, the educational videos because there was nothing to do. So I'm settling down, right? And not 10 minutes after I come in, someone comes up and they're like, "Is my supervisor's name here?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, "Is anyone higher up here?" And I'm like, "No, I'm new, but I can try to help you." And they're like, "All right, this is the biggest document of the year for our biggest client, and we need to get it sent by tonight, and it's not working. Can you fix it?" And I swear I was like pissing and shitting myself. Day 3, trying to fucking fix this huge thing for them. We got it to work, but I was so fucking scared. I thought I was gonna get fired or something. I was like, "Oh my god, this is like their most important thing." But we made it happen. Yeah, and I felt like such a big boy afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, you got it done.
I did. I was so scared I wouldn't be able to, though. They were like panicking, and I was on like a call with a bunch of like big wigs. It was so scary. I did it though.
I would have been freaking out.
I was freaking out. I just hit it really well because I'm epic like that. I almost shit my pants.
What did they say when you did it?
They were just like, "Well, great work. Welcome to the team," and then they left because they were really busy.
I wanted it to be like the guy who'd been like mean to you, like came over to steal the credit, and then the janitor comes over and is like, "Actually,
well, what happened? What happened is I told them to try what ended up being the solution, but they didn't want to do that because the client wanted it to be a specific way. But after about 40 minutes, when nothing else worked, they did it, and they asked the client if that was okay, and eventually the client called back and was like, "All good." So the thing I suggested ended up working, but by then it had been like over a half hour, so I don't know if they even remembered it was my idea. And they were like, "Awesome, good job, welcome to the team," and then they left. And I was like, "All right." It was very scary.
They should have made you CEO.
No, they shouldn't have. I could never be CEO. I have no expertise in the field. Like, I'm in the IT department of a company that's not IT related. I would have no idea how to be the CEO of where I work. It's like a totally different field.
I mean, to be fair, I think most CEOs like don't do much anyway within their own companies.
Do you hear that, CEOs? Nikki's gunning for you. Jeff Bezos is gripping his chair and seething right now.
Job.
Jeff Bezos is crying and shitting his pants. He's like, "No, I do things!" Yeah.
You're right. You could never be a CEO. You're just a little employee.
Damn. Wait, I don't want to hear that from fucking you, Tan. Damn. Mister, I guess I'll just work at the call center forever instead of pursuing my dreams.
Jesus. This lucky guy.
I'm just going for the throat.
I'm sorry, that was too far. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I've been on edge the last few days.
If I could have heard that from all the way up here, I'm sure that would have been
Oh my god! Alright, we're even with that. We're done now. We're even. You got me. I'm short. We're done. Tanhoney, for the sake of our friendship. Bring it in.
I think I'm the shortest person here, so I think you're fine.
Honestly, I don't know if that's true. I'm 5'7".
5'1". I'm 5'1", dude.
Oh, thank God. When I went into orientation, every single other person there was taller than me by like at least 4 inches. I felt so fucking stupid.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm just a little
dude,
baby.
I lived in Germany. I was basically a hobbit. Like,
Did they take you to Isengard?
Did you say Eisenberg?
No, I said Isengard. What the fuck?
They're taking the hobbits to Heisenberg.
No, I said Isengard. It's in the recording. Everyone can hear back Isengard.
Anomalous, please correct what Donnell might have said to Heisenberg.
We're taking the hobbits to Heisenberg. Jesse, who are all these short people?
Where are the hobbits? Where is the ring, Jesse? I swallowed it, Mr. White.
I sold it for a bag of crack, Mr. White. Oh, damn it, Jesse. Dude.
It's imperative that you.
I love how Breaking Bad goes from Jesse always fucking up to like Jesse being the saving grace of the show, while Walt descends into madness. It's a great character arc. Yes, Tan?
Watching Breaking Bad was hilarious because my friends were like, "Wow, this would be so short if it was in any other country." Like,
what?
Whoa, you have cancer? That's here. Well, okay, you start treatment Monday. Done. That's
Damn.
the show.
Well, to be fair, assuming his cancer was terminal,
You
the
shouldn't
treatment.
hate on America too much. But
No. You have every right to hate on the healthcare, but I mean, to be fair, if the cancer had not receded and it turned out to be terminal, even with healthcare, the idea was he wanted to leave money behind for his family. Originally, they just made him do the cancer treatment. So, like, he still would have maybe had to do it. But yes, if the treatments work, it would be so much shorter in every other country.
Which is terrible, honestly.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm going to get some
have a
water to deal with that burn. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I have a question.
ahead.
For, like, addendums and stuff, how do you insert images?
Tan can help you with that. I don't know. I'll be right back. I'm going to get some water.
So, my method for doing this is I go to my SCP bookmark. I go to new pages and I find a page that has an image in it. So let's see. Oh, fuck, I wouldn't have one. Oh god, fuck. So, for example, SCP Make the 60205 have an image. It does. So then I go to page source and I just steal it and put my own image in there.
Beautiful. I mean, to be fair, that's basically coding. I'm not gonna lie. That's how I learned anything ever.
So I'll just put this at the bottom, for example. Here. So the bit you want to replace with your own image is this bit here. Right now it says fraud.jpg, unrelated.
Mm-hmm.
So you would put your URL for your image in that.
Is it not like image source quotation marks with SCP Wiki?
No.
That's how the coding works? Interesting.
And then this bit here you would replace with whatever you want your caption to be there. It's shrinking.
I fixed it, sorry. Okay, and then I need to make it 1.15. Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, I fixed it. Now it looks pretty.
Hooray.
I don't know how to make it, like, crammed into the corner or with a text box around it like people do. But this is good to know.
That is good to know. I feel like I'm learning something today.
I brought my Blayhaj while I got water, too, so I could cuddle with my Blayhaj.
Oh, I want one. They're always sold out here.
Yeah, I went to IKEA in the city because that's the only place we have one, and I got it. But I wasn't joking with my tweet. I was actually lost for a really long time. It was really big, and I got scared.
You actually did get lost.
Yeah, they kept saying follow the arrow, but that arrow took a really long time to get to the cash register. I mean, I was like joking. I knew I'd get out eventually, but I was worried for a time. It took me like a half hour to get out of IKEA. I'm just really bad with directions, but it was also like a really weirdly set up store and super huge. So I got lost for a while, and I thought I wasn't. It took me a half hour to get out. It only took me like 3 minutes to find the shark, but it took me that long to get out.
It took you that long to get out? I mean, to be fair, they're set up really crazy.
Yeah, and everything's named in like Swedish, so I couldn't read anything.
Well, Swedish? You're like, I don't understand.
Yeah. But
like, did these arrows lead to the exit? I don't know.
My precious Blayhaj.
There's also like that big teddy bear, and I can't remember his name, but I want one too.
Oh yeah, they had a bunch of big stuffed animals. It was hard not to buy a bunch of them because I love stuffed animals, but I had to hold myself back. They had like dinosaurs and stuff. It was so cool. Fair. Oh yeah, by the way, my random tangent out of nowhere, Tan, but my mom, to celebrate my new job, bought me like a pack of socks themed after the show The Office, which was very sweet. And she's like, you can wear them at the office, it'll be funny. But one of them are That's What She Said socks, and I do not think I can wear those at the office. I feel like that would cause problems.
But after you save the company, surely they'll give you some leeway.
I doubt I saved the company. It was an important document. It like needed to be done by that day, but I don't think it was like life changing. Like surely something would have been worked out if I couldn't have fixed it. But it was just very scary the way they like talked about it, and I was the only one there in the IT department because everyone went home. I committed several homicides. But yeah, that was a trip.
Put in some other audio from somewhere else to make it sound like Darnell has committed a crime.
Anomalous, fill in that audio that you bleeped out with the entire interview that Quantum had with NPR.
Anomalous, don't do that.
Anomalous,
I've got
fill in
nothing.
that audio with what I'm about to say. I committed several homicides. Thank you.
So Darnell's confessed. But how's the article going?
Yeah, how you
what's the
doing,
idea?
Vicky?
Like, what's that concept?
I don't know anymore. I got distracted by Cool Whip and murder.
I love those two things.
Cool, which was like 20 minutes ago.
This is basically what I have so far.
Okay.
I lost everything else, so it's fine.
Okay. Do you want us to read it now, or do you want some more time to write?
Honestly, go for it, because my brain is sort of... it's fine.
Do you have the object class before we read it in mind?
I don't. I
Anomalous.
originally had it as safe, but I was like,
It's not like how dangerous it is, if that helps. Sorry, I'm not trying to mansplain object classes, but just in case, for our viewers to remind them, object class is just how hard it is to contain something. You could have something that like kills you the second you touch it, but if you could throw it in a locker and it doesn't do anything, then it's safe. Just for audience
That's
reference.
Anomalous, when I get to the missing object class, please just insert the vine foot.
Insert what?
The vine foot noise.
Oh.
Item number SCP XXX. Object class. Special containment procedures. The SCP is to be stored within an airtight sealed container in a locked refrigerator set at 13 degrees Celsius or less at all times, except when processing any of the subsequent 35mm negative images.
Oh.
Description. The SCP is a currently unknown entity seen within a series of 35mm film roll negatives.
So yeah, I mean, we have the bare minimum, but based on these containment procedures, it's probably safe to assume it's safe unless not developing those negative images like causes it to break out somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very eager to see I'm very eager to see where you go with this. Do you want to continue to try writing more, or is this the cutoff point? I can't really give much crit because there's only like 3 sentences right now. But if you want like time off video to work on it, or like talk either to us or to people who you think would be good critters, sorry, I keep bringing it up, but you watched the Jackie episode, right? So you heard our points about like how to go about finding critters.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, and
cool.
I mean the main difference, I guess, between Jackie's episode and mine is like I already got a bunch of light crit before I even came in. So
it's just a matter of writing it.
It's just a matter of writing it, yeah.
Define a bunch of crit real quick, because just for future reference, I would always recommend sticking with 2 or 3 critters that are core to your theme than like going to every SCP person you know.
That's kind of basically what it was.
Okay, awesome. You're killing it.
Yeah, because like on Twitter I had like Hippo and Metaphysician. And...
What the fuck? You got Hippo to... Man, Hippo doesn't even talk to me. I'm so jealous. I feel like Hippo hasn't talked to me since we had him on. I'm jelly.
That if, like, you know, anybody who did more horror-related SCPs or anything would let me run my idea by them, and he was like, yes! So...
Oh my god.
I was messaging him and stuff, and we kind of had a few ideas back and forth, so...
Hippo is
fun.
a brilliant writer on the wiki. He is... Uh-oh. I think my internet went out. Can you all still hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. That was a weird noise then. Hippo is one of the most brilliant writers on the wiki. I adore his work. He is a great person to get crit from. Who else do you think would be good horror people, Tan? Or are you fine with the critters you already have? I should probably ask you that first.
Oh, I mean, by all means, if you want to put out a list, go for it.
I would say that you've got a pretty good list already, to be honest.
Yeah, I would go with their work. And yeah, if you want to... Hang on, am I still here? Sorry I keep saying that. I keep getting the Windows noise like my internet went out, and I'm like, fuck. And it's fine. If you want to keep writing here, that's fine with us. If you want to break for the day and come back next week with it completed, you can as well. How are you feeling right now?
I kind of want to break for the day and then have like the week to actually get my addendums and shit together.
Okay. Cool. Do you think you would be able to get it done by next Sunday? Or yes, that'd be when we record. Awesome.
Yeah, 100%. Because yeah, most of my time spent was like I had totally different night. Well, not a totally different idea, but yeah, my time so far was just getting it to where it is now.
And
so
now that I'm looking at this SCP again, sorry for interrupting you. And when I say this, I'm not accusing you of copying by any means, because I hate when people imply that. But this is giving me kind of like, you've played Fatal Frame, right?
Funny you should mention that. So, literally when I was compiling all my favorite stuff together, so Fatal Frame, top one.
Nice.
Silent Hill, like obscure. I literally everything. But my original idea was something like the camera obscura, even though there's already cameras on the wiki, so I was kind of like, I don't want to do that. I like it better if it's film. And then when I was kind of going through it, I was like, oh my god, I basically just wrote out the movie Shudder from 2008. But
hey, you know what? Don't feel it's all about the execution. How you write it, what themes you delve into. Don't worry about the concept being similar. Don't let anyone plug an SCP number at you and be like, "This is just Iris." Fucking ignore them.
This.
Yeah.
Be like, listen, Kevin. Shut up.
Listen, Kevin, you stupid dolt, you little employee. I'm the CEO of this SCP. I love Kevin being like the new version of Karen. It's like stupid little Kevin. Rip everyone named Kevin. We're built different.
You don't even know.
Fucking Kevin. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to ask us, or do you want to talk about, or anything you want to plug before we close it for today? I think we're not too far in. We only did about... Oh, fuck me. It's like 46 minutes in. Never mind. That flew by.
It's been like almost an hour.
Yeah, jeez.
Maybe we should read some comments from last week.
Yes! Do you want to be here for our comment reading?
Ooh, yes. I love comment reading.
You do? OMG, do you watch our show, Flushed Emoji?
Oh my god, you guys have a show?
Fuck. All right. Comedy Man Kelp says, do any of you guys remember when one of the main running bits on the podcast was a giant bird that wanted to eat the whole planet? I wonder what that guy's up to now. I hope he's good.
So we ate the whole planet. That's why there's no lore anymore. We have no more setting.
Dan, fix it now. I miss when we used to do lore way back when. Back in my day. I feel like after the Ananta Shisha episodes when it stopped because I got too into it and you didn't like that. We need to bring it back. Uh-oh. Okay, I know what's unplugging now. I don't know why, but my keyboard keeps, like, disconnecting from the computer.
Well, you don't need to type.
That's true. I just need to fucking read, little reader boy. King T-Rex...
Read!
Oh, Jesus. King T-Rex 101 says, fun fact, I use buckshot for roaches. I refuse to elaborate further. Does this make me cool yet? If you're not aware, Tan, buckshot's a type of ammo. I believe... I'm looking it up so I don't make my... You do? Because
it's a wide spread, like from a shotgun.
Okay, good. I didn't know because you live in England, so you've never fired a gun.
Oh my god, you guys have guns down there? That's crazy. Me neither. We just have Nerf guns up here, man.
Oh, I've fired many guns.
This weapon.
I won't get into it because I feel like I'll get crucified by the SCP community, but I do think guns are kind of cool. Don't crucify me. I know. I'm so evil. I'm just a freaking legitimizer, bro.
That's what they got Jesus for. You should have known better.
That's what we got Jesus for! Oh, thank goodness he did it for me. Banker Paul...
Guns are a bit cool, though.
They are. That they hated Jesus because he spoke the truth and they fucking put him on the cross. Banker Paul, it's funny reading your comment because we already resolved this like an hour earlier, Tan and I. I did finally learn this, but yes, Banker Paul said, yes! Darnell, you are insane! This has been bugging me for so fucking long! She is not a ghost girl! She has never been a ghost girl! She will never be a ghost girl! Okie dokie! I like the episode, by the way. Yeah, for some reason.
What was he referring to here?
053. I keep thinking 053 is a ghost girl for some reason. We must have read some other ghost SCP in that episode, and that's why I keep conflating it in my head. But I thought 053 was a ghost girl. She's just a girl that doesn't age and like makes people kill her, and then they.
I'll write an alternate universe version where she's a ghost, so I'll make you right.
Thank you. Yeah, frick you, Banker Paul. New World Order. If you didn't know, do you watch the Aetherol Space series, Nikki?
I actually started to yesterday.
No way. Holy shit. Please, if you stick with it, please talk to me about Aetheral Space. You don't understand what it's like being hyper, fixated on something that you're the only long-running fan of, and you have no one to talk about it to. It's insane.
Bro, I have ADHD and I like old horror games. It's just me.
Brilliant.
Just me.
Brilliant. This is the meme of, the two characters from FMAB clasping hands. Armstrong and the other dude. Brilliant, finally. We did it. Yes, I need someone to talk about Aetheral Space. Corgo started reading it, and I almost shat my pants, and then Corgo stopped reading it, and I was like, damn.
Oh no! I will continue for you.
Hell yes. Don't actually feel pressured if you get bored. I know Arc 1's a little bit of a slog, but it gets so good once it hits the climax and all the time after. So good. But yes, in Aetheral Space, there's a running gag where Tan has a typo, and then I'm like, you did this wrong, and he's like, are you sure about that? New World Order. And then he changes it. It's his stand that changes the way things always have been. It's his gaslight stand. And it allows him to rewrite reality on the fly. So that's what that was a reference to. Raul Alves says, wow, that was really cool. I wish we got more comments like this. Just very simple, nice comments.
Honest comments.
No paragraph, no fuck you, Darnell. Just, wow, good episode. MVP comment, Raul.
You say paragraph?
I'm gonna start commenting.
No, Ron, it's paragraph.
Like that on all your videos.
What'd you say?
Good job, Miley.
Hell yes. New favorite commenter. Thought Experiments and other stuff says, well, it's good to have something to cheer me up after my... Oh, shit, I shouldn't have read it like that. Hold on. Well, it's good to have something to cheer me up after my cat died. I am extremely sorry for your loss. Sorry, I really wish I had pre-read your comment before I went all gung-ho into it. But yes, I am sorry about your cat. I hope you are doing well, Thought Experiments. My heart goes out to you.
And I'll pre-read the next comment.
Yeah, I'm scanning all the comments now. Hang on. Okay, I thought that was racial. That was radical. Thank goodness. Okay. The painter, the sculptor, the clipper, the builder, the composer, you say? If you'd like to hear more about these radical dudes, I genuinely can't recommend the series The Cool War enough. Come on, boys, read it. You want to be cool, don't you? You want to be noticed? You want to be relevant? You want to be cool, right? Do it. Be cool. Read the series. Anyways, great episode as always. Always love it when y'all cover one of my favorite GOIs. Keep up the great work. Thank you, good day. And sorry for going off on you the other day. I was in a mood. But thank you very much. Oh, hell yes. Next comment. Cute Sweet Corgo comments, Awooga! Anyway, PogVid, give me a little silly offside idea for Anomaly. Ah! Take care there, babes, and hydrate. Can't wait for the new vids flushed. Gotta go now. Bye! Slides in Aetheral Space folder.
Yes, that's where all humans should be.
In the Aetheral Space folder?
Yes.
I love Aetheral Space and all its folders. Honestly, I could talk about Aetheral Space for years. I fucking love it. It's such a good series. I wish you had the ability to market it like modern books could be marketed. This shit would go off with high schoolers and middle schoolers across the nation. I'm telling you. Bitches would love Aetheral Space.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Anytime I was in a networking meeting, the first thing I would do after introducing myself was tell everyone around about Aetheral Space and my friend. And some people said they'd check it out, so it might become a Midwest classic. Who knows? I'm trying very hard to sow the seeds of a fandom. I need people to bounce off of. AV's, I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't know if it's Av's Best or AV's Best. But they said, 5920, the talking atom bomb might be a reference to 3034, which would be very interesting, as it would be a connection between Aussie and Group E. The timeline would be a bit weird with this one, as the tale states that the talking atom bomb was made in 63, while 3034 mentions broadcasts dating back to 47. But the interesting thing about this timeline is that the Foundation learned of this SCP in early 64. So maybe Aussie made something similar to whatever 3034 really is, or altered 3034 itself, which forced Group P to abandon 3034, leading to the Foundation containing it. Maybe. I don't know. See, that's part of the fun of SCP, is making your own theories and delving into the conspiracy. SCP is a really rewarding fandom for people who love theory crafting and making up their own conspiracies. Because that's half the fun of SCP for me, is coming up with all the things and ideas you can do in an article, which is why I like when an article is really versatile.
Yeah, me too. Well, even with my idea, I had a few, one of my friends was like, hey, you should put in all this information. And I was like, no, that's the reader's job.
Exactly. Honestly, if you want your article to bang, you should leave stuff vague because readers love when they can fill in their own headcanons and theories, and it makes them feel more attached to a piece all the time. If you make your SCP super cut and dry, people will not be as attached to it, I promise you. Absolutely. Brandon Hamilton says, great video! The part where you both had Doug Walker drawn and quartered had me rolling. Keep it up, guys. Fuck, did we do that to Doug?
Oh, you didn't see the post-credit scene, did you?
I never watched the post-credit scene. Dude, when I learned Marvel had 2 post-credit scenes, I was like, I don't have that much time. I'll figure it out later.
I'll watch a 4-hour movie, but you won't watch the post-credits?
I will not watch a 4-hour movie. Are you kidding me? I'm way too ADHD for that. I can barely watch a 2-hour movie.
That's fair. That's fair.
The only 3-hour movies I can tolerate are Lord of the Rings, because I love Lord of the Rings. And even then, I gotta pause a lot in between. Yeah. Anytime
I have to take breaks.
You do that too? I pause every 20 minutes to fucking break.
I mean, for fuck's sakes, there's even days where I have to pause a 20-minute YouTube video because I can't just sit there and watch it, apparently.
Yup. Amen. I actually do this thing because I want background noise, but I don't want to miss things on new videos where I'll just play the same videos I've seen over and over on YouTube while I do other stuff.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
Oh my god. See this? This is neurodivergence. That's the name of this episode, neurodivergence.
Neurodivergence.
A bush from the island of Borneo says, Tanhoney, when are you going to read 6096? There's a massive plot hole in the Tanhoney-verse, which is, quite frankly, unacceptable. I can't explain this war crime of literature without spoiling it, so consider this my official recommendation for a Tanhoney dedicated episode. Damn, you got fucking owned.
Anomalous, edit this user.
Oh shit. No! Bush, please! Yeah, Tanhoney is kind of... People don't know this about Tanhoney, but he's actually kind of a hack writer. He's just really good at being a hack writer.
Anomalous, edit Darnell.
I say he's a hack writer and that he's not this brilliant master author that everyone thinks he is, but he actually follows through with his ideas. He gets them done in a timely manner, and he listens to Crit and improves. The author he is now is from years and years of mistakes, whereas I think a lot of new people trying to get into SCP worry about making their first article perfect, whereas Tanhoney went through the process and has become a much better author. He's not some master tier who always puts out a banger the first time. No, he goes back to the drawing board a lot. What? Fucking Tanhoney. What did you say?
That's not tell me sure. I mean, I'm pretty good.
You are good, but I'm saying you're not a fucking prodigy. You're just a normal person. And I don't I notice really. I know a lot of people treat you like a prodigy, but you're not. You're just like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Tanhoney, I'm trying to make an actual point. Can you cooperate with me, please?
Just like the rest. Maybe.
So Stefano Magari left a comment in Italian that rhymes, so we can take him back out of the dungeon, Tanhoney, because it rhymes in his language.
Let's release him.
I'm not going to read it in Italian, though. I'm going to Google Translate it. It translated really well on my phone. I hope
better rhyme in English, too.
It doesn't, but we have to release him.
Anomalous.
It actually translated pretty well, or at least I got the meaning. He basically says, thanks for not throwing me in jail. Your comments... Oh, no, we gave him a pass last time, but he wrote this one in rhymes, I think. Or did he? Hold on, I gotta read it back. I just assumed he did. No, he did. Okay, we're good. He says, thanks for not throwing me in jail. Your comments have taught me a good lesson. I love your job. I'd give him a laurel... No, hold on, it gets bad. I have to go back to my mobile YouTube and translate it. I love your job. If only I had known before, I would have written the last rhyming comment. Now I can get my arm back. I really need it. Please. Please give him his arm back, Tan.
You can keep that up.
Oh, shit.
Anomalous likes it.
Guare Fernandez Emil says, today's format resembling older episodes was a nice change of pace, I must say. It was especially refreshing being able to read multiple anomalies in the same episode again. Today I'll like to recommend the canon War on All Fronts, or as I like to call it, the UN fucking nukes Gorgo. P.S. Shout out to Hamiltoe for the thumbnail. Boris WW says, Any thoughts on the new contest, Department Con 2022? It's fucked up that Boris didn't comment on the Spike Brennan episode he waited 2 years for, but he fucking asks about every contest that comes out. It's fucked up.
I don't engage in my thoughts, Boris.
Well, do it again! He asked!
He asked and he knew it. Fucking photos. Well, I'm excited for the contest. I'm taking part on the
who's on your team?
Who's
on your team?
Who's on my team?
Yeah, so I know who to hate for not inviting me.
It's Roge and Stoner.
Is Roge the guy from before that I talked about?
Yeah, the guy with a similar avatar to me. Yes, my alternate.
Yeah, and who is Stoner?
Stoner is another good friend.
Nice. I can't believe you have friends. That's fucked up.
Well, I'm sorry you feel
I don't
that
know.
way.
I think friends are pretty overrated. That's
Listen, and
I don't need friends.
I should clarify because I just realized you're not as much of a Berserk head as me. In Berserk, the titular character Griffith states that in order for someone to be considered a friend of his, they have to be his equal. And I didn't think he would ever admit to having any equals in this world. So that's why I was confused.
I don't watch like weird anime, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, you have to take that one back.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
I take that one back.
There you go. That's where I take my stand. That was a friendship risking comment. Not really. I'm not that invested in anime, but definitely. I do have a Berserk tattoo. If you weren't aware, Nikki, I showed it off a while back on Twitter. I'm a huge Berserk.
What you do?
What? I missed that. I love Berserk. It's great.
It is. It's so good. I'm very, very sad that Mira died. Rest his soul in peace.
Agree.
But yes, Ooh says, more than one article? It's a miracle. It kind of rhymed. Sorry, I was waiting for Tan to make a comment, and I think he just, laughed because he didn't know what to say. Rip. An anomalous writer says, 4 articles in a single episode, wowza. Also all Aussie as well, nice. Andre
Thank you, Anomalous.
Thank you, Anomalous. You may live another day. Andre put some timestamps. Sir Zerapoki God says, no, second comment! Sad face. It's okay. In our headcanon, we'll say you were the first comment, because JTKC keeps nabbing it, but I don't think he watches the episode first, so you have the official first comment. This is Sir Zerapoki God. Don't worry about it. I got you, homie. And JTKC wrote a really long comment. Do you want to read it, Tan?
That's a good comment. I'll read it. Oh! New episode and a return to the old episode format. Let's fucking go. All we have to do is give Darmel amnesia so we can get his fresh perspective back. I love Tanhany's Marvel Fusion idea for SCP.
What?
Like, imagine...
Oh, was it your idea? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was. Like, imagine Dr. Jackrabbit Bright or 055/173. So it's a statue that kills you when you look away, but you immediately forget this fact.
Why would you need to forget that you got killed?
But you forget that you're not supposed to look away. Oh.
I like the idea of... I think either Nikki posted this or someone on SCP Twitter did it. It was like a 173 with a picture of 096 taped to his forehead, so you can't look at him or away from him.
Ultimate life form.
Yeah! That's pretty funny.
I love that photo.
Anyways, I recommend Roundhouse's new 001 proposal, Amoni Ram.
Is that an 001 proposal? I've heard him say the words Amoni Ram like 15 fucking times on Twitter, and I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it's an 001 proposal. And the accompanying Lord Blackwood tale, or Tanhany.
Yes! Yes! For fucking ever, people have been saying the Black Moon House, and we haven't read it yet. Tan, make it happen.
Sure.
Thank you.
Both probably my favourites that aren't simply long. I'd recommend Ouroboros cycle of Tufto's proposal then if you're feeling patient.
I'm not feeling patient.
I'm going to be busy next week and I have duty on Saturday, Sag. Have a good week, guys. Bye! Oh yeah, what happened to the guests doing the warning? I thought that was pretty
So
cool.
what happened is every time we ask a guest to do it, and then they say, sorry, I don't have time, can you do it? And then we do it. But when we wrap up part 2, if you want to do our warning, Nikki, you're welcome to. But that is what happens every time that happens, is we go, hey, can you do this? And they're like, yeah, I'll do it later. And then they're like, sorry, don't have time to do it. And then they don't do it.
I'll do it.
Awesome. It only takes like 10 seconds to do. You just go, warning.
10 seconds.
Yeah, we have an official
God.
script, but literally you can say whatever you want after warning, and then you put a reverb effect on it, and then you send it in. That's it. It's just our little intro.
I'll do it. That sounds fun.
Awesome. All right, that is all the comments. Well, thank you guys for watching. I'm not going to do like an official episode end because there is a part 2 that will be cut in after now. My concern.
24 hours.
Anomalous is the one that has to edit it. It's at 98. Welcome to episode 98, part 2. It's only been 7 minutes since the last one.
Doesn't care.
And look how much got done. Wowee. This is crazy.
It's been a fantastic 7 minutes.
I honestly, I swear I'm not just saying this to like SUD because you're our guest, but I really love this like black and pink. This is going to sound stupid because I'm sure it's probably a much more popular color scheme than I realized, but I've never seen a color scheme like this, and I'm really fucking with it right now.
This is the first ring actually that's used both those colors.
I'm sure it's a thing, but like I've never seen it before, and it looks really nice. So good job.
Yeah, well, thank you.
So I will ask before we read this and give crit and do the yada yada final steps. What was rating is not allowed on the site page? Damn. What was your experience writing this? How did you feel? Was there any particular inspirations you have? Was there anyone you talked to about your ideas? Did you enjoy it? Did it make you miserable?
Just all of the above.
Okay. Fair.
I enjoyed it, and it was terrible.
It never changes. This is the experience of every article.
Am I the only one that doesn't have a miserable time writing an article? Maybe it's because
I love writing.
I was having a great time until I wasn't. So
that's fair. You know what it also might be is I write tales, not SCP. Well, I wrote a SCP. That didn't go so
You write tale.
Yeah, I wrote tale. Yeah, okay, but my other writing that I do that's not on SCP is in more of a tale style, I should say. Like, I don't restrict myself to an article format. I imagine it's more stressful because you have to make it work within a format and sound the way you want and get across your ideas and put in pictures and stuff, yada yada. So I can imagine that's a pain.
It's harder than I thought it was going to be. Honestly, like when I started, I was like, this is great. I'm having fun. And then as I kept going, I was like, nothing's sounding right and I hate this. Fantastic.
But congratulations, you're an artist. Every artist makes the Mona Lisa. Oh, it sucks. I hate it. No, it's so bad. I did the line wrong.
Then she tried to stab the Mona Lisa.
Did he?
He even tried to tear up the painting he was doing of her as well.
Is that real? I didn't see what you did there.
Oh, wow.
Da Vinci be like Shanae women. Okay, so, but yes, at least you did it. It's done. So you see that? Anyone can make an SCP. It looks great. You went above and beyond with format. Honestly, this has like more effort in formatting than anything Tanoni has done alone. So you've already beaten him. And he's like, what number author are you?
I am number... last time I checked, I think it was like number 5.
Yeah. Oh my god. Are you past Anonymous now?
I don't know. Might be. We find out. This is my episode.
Yeah, have you beaten user deleted? Anyway, no, sorry. My point is, good job. I'm really excited to read this. I can see you mentioned there was still some stuff you want to touch up, and I see that you still have like testing test XXX. So we're going to do a quick read through, probably give some simple crit when Tan's done looking up his thing, and then hopefully you'll be ready to post it, and we will obviously blast it out on Twitter. We'll talk about it, but we want you to post your article before our episode goes up, just like we had Jackie do, because we don't want a situation like with Milk Jesus where people are like, oh, your article only succeeded because it was on a podcast, 8 discipline threads. We want people to know that you worked hard on this. This is awesome.
Disciplined friends gets bigger every time we tell his fucking story.
Well, that's fucking how Rounder made it seem. Damn it. But
SCP Pen is not loading today, so I don't know what rank I have. I'm going to assume it's number 1.
Oh well, who cares? No one cares about your rank. It's time to read an SCP now.
You
It's time
care. You know, you care, so you're right. Nobody cares.
Damn. Okay, let's read this Tan and give our poor guest some credit. She's heard us ramble long enough. All right, let's do this. Testing. Testing test. Notice from the Foundation.
testing.
Notice from the Foundation. Wait, why does Maria Jones director Risa look familiar?
Because that's who the director is every time Risa gets mentioned.
Oh, okay. Did Jackrabbit use that too? Or am I insane?
I don't remember. We've certainly read that on the podcast before.
Pod.
She did. I even I asked her if it was like a little too close to what she did, but she's a sweetheart. It's fine.
Awesome. She is a sweetheart, confirmed. Okay. Notice from the Foundation Records and Information Security Administration. Test logs and subsequent notes are to be preserved as they currently are. Testing will continue under supervision, along with a mandatory psychiatric evaluation after each development cycle. Maria Jones, director Risa. So this is basically the article is written in a fucked up way, but shut up, we're preserving it for evidence, right?
Part of it, yeah, you'll get there.
Okay, cool. Item number, SCP-XXXX, object class safe. Special containment procedures. The SCP is to be stored within Site-42 in the confines of a locked and refrigerated opaque canister. The temperature must be set to 13 degrees Celsius or less at all times when the SCP is not being actively tested to avoid further damage and preserve the material as long as possible. All additional photographs and audio tapes that were recovered are to be stored alongside the SCP. So this is kind of interesting because it implies that the SCP can be damaged, and it has before. So, like, it's clearly been used and used suboptimally. So that gives it a little bit of history. Description. The SCP is the designation of a currently unknown entity discovered within a collection of unbranded black and white 35mm roll. Wait, is the SCP the camera or the entity?
It's the entity.
Oh, so this is just like a camera.
It's not even the camera, it's the film. Or
Okay.
in the film, I should say.
Okay, so the SCP is the film. Well, the entity in the film. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting it now. Sorry, I'm stupid as hell. The SCP is the designation of a currently unknown entity discovered within a collection of unbranded black and white 35mm film rolls, alongside several additional developed photographs that were found on scene at its suspected place of origin upon initial retrieval.
I want to say we might want to split this sentence up a little bit.
Yeah, at the very least, I would put a comma
Yeah,
after film rolls. But if you can turn it into two sentences, better. But so far, so
Yeah,
good.
at the very least, I would just put a comment on film rolls. So.
Yeah. The entity appears to only manifest while the film is being developed, and the subjects within the recorded photos themselves become inexplicably altered as the process is carried out. The collection of images recovered from the SCP's initially discovered location in Redacted. Tan, can you show her how to do Redacted after we're done reading?
Yeah, do it like that, but in all caps.
Wait, I thought it was like the black boxes.
Oh, well, if you want to do it like that, you just...
If it's supposed to be that way, never mind. I'm stupid.
Well,
Apologies.
if you want to, you can just do it. You can either caps lock it, or you can do what I do and go to a page from Series 1, find a black box and copy and paste it.
Yeah, that's what every SCP author does. That's not just Tan being lazy. They all just copy it from a Series 1 page.
I mean, honestly, that's like the basic coding anything. So you're good. You're good.
Okay. But yeah, I didn't know that format with the brackets was also away. My apologies. I thought that was like
Yeah,
a
me
filler
neither.
word.
I honestly just kind of put it in because I literally couldn't even think of a place by the time I got to this point, so...
What's that place in Missouri? It's like Devil's Anus or something. Devil's Hollow. I don't know
Devil's
why I
Anus
thought
is
it
from
was
Thor
Anus.
Ragnarok.
No, it's not.
It is!
Is it? I'm trying to think of a
It
real
is.
place. It's called like Devil's... You know what? That's not relevant to the SCP. Sorry.
This Marvel
Included a
family.
display of... I'm not! Dude, there's a place in Missouri called like Devil's Hollow. It has like some sick evil name for no reason.
What, the Devil's Anus? Like your first guess?
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Nikki. I know we're supposed to be reading your SCP, but because Tan's being an asshole, I have to look this up now.
I'm not making you do anything. This is your choice.
You are making
You're
me.
free.
This is compulsion. Devil's Hollow.
This is ADHD at its finest. I'm just saying. I'm
Okay.
on board.
It's
That
called...
has been
no,
out,
that's
it's out of control. I do apologize.
Devil's Hollow, Missouri. Devil's Hollow is a place in Missouri. Fuck you. That's what I was thinking of. Not Devil's Anus. I got it mixed up with the
I
Marvel.
never denied it. I was just saying that Devil's Anus is from Marvel.
How about I marvel your face some?
Can you keep reading, please?
The entity appears to only manifest while the film is being developed, and the subjects within the recorded photos themselves become inexplicably altered as the process is carried out. The collection of images recovered from the SCP's initially discovered location in Redacted included a display of 2 portraits captured of 2 separate, currently unidentified individuals. I would put a comma after separate. Within the portraits, each subject is seen displaying varying levels of distress and instances of bodily harm, such as bruising, when within the... Each subject is seen displaying varying levels of distress and instances of bodily harm, such as bruising, when within the currently unprocessed rolls of film of the portraits. When within the currently unprocessed rolls
those entire paragraphs are a mess. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, okay.
I think I get what you're saying here, but it takes a bit of thinking.
Yes.
Yeah,
I will.
it's a mess.
We can go over the spag structure on that in a little bit, but so far, I know I'm not super far, but I would say I love your concept and I love what you're doing. It's just like spag error fixes, which don't feel insulted. That's not like, you made spag errors. You're not a real writer. Literally, Tanoni's like the 5th most upvoted writer. I constantly have to fix his spag errors. I constantly need my spag errors fixed. Everyone does it. I just want to clarify that. So don't feel bad.
The word "it's" is my mortal fucking enemy.
Yeah, exactly. Super common in writing, so don't feel bad about that at all. The collection of images... Oh, wait. Was that the fucked up paragraph?
3 times now.
Okay. As photographs showing the SCP have been tested, each photograph appears to become increasingly distorted, along with reported damage to the object as each test progresses over time. Chemical burns and possibly dark shadows enveloping the film and water damage caused by a seemingly unknown source have been recorded, along with unexplained indentations akin to fingers being pushed through the backside of the photographs.
That's nice and creepy.
That is well played. Okay, we have 5 test logs.
I don't think I've ever seen that imagery of them like that before, but it really works.
These have audio! I'm so glad we're doing the OBS version so we can catch this. Okay, do you want to read this first test log, Tan?
Absolutely. Test log 1. Date: January 9th, 2019. Note: as we process the recovered media, the determinate danger of the SCP will become clearer. The designation may be changed as we continue testing. Time: 8:47 a.m. EST. Begin log. Film number 1. The original negative was water at a beach, small imperfection. And after development, distortion addition of colour, large holes burned through. Film number 3, with a cliffside, some distortion is present. Large hole and extreme distortion. A double exposed shadow of what appears to be a female face is present.
Ooh.
I like that. Number 6, portrait of an unknown female subject smiling. Extremely warped. The subject is dishevelled and appears distressed. She is pointing at someone behind the camera. There's some creepy imagery. I really like this.
This is actually really good. I'm not playing this up. Holy crap. This is like above and beyond what I expected. Oh my god.
Second portrait of the same subject from film number 7. Water stains on the outer edges. Her dark hair is floating upwards as she's suspended in water, though both instances were showing that her surroundings are a simple backyard. Her visage appears akin to someone that is drowning. More testing required.
Oh my god, she's drowning the more the... Oh, is it because when you develop, you put it in like liquid so she's drowning from the development?
Oh.
Is that what's going on here, Nikki?
I'm not telling you until you're done.
I imagine we'll find out. Like, we're gonna
hold on, there's an audio .01 recovered in archive. Let me play this.
Just play it, yeah.
I am.
They said there was some sort of chemical imperfection, but look at these negatives. They seem fine, which is impressive considering they were found in... Wait, what is that? Are you seeing this?
It was a little quiet. Hopefully it picked up. Anomalous, if you can enhance the sound. Who recorded that, by the way?
Yeah, I was going to ask who's the voice actor.
It's actually one of my friends and authors. His name is G.D. Falkson.
Nice. Good job, G.D. Falkson.
I like the audio effects.
Yeah, this is really cool. We're only 1 test log in, and I'm already like fucking with this article so hard.
I think you've already put more effort into this than I put into anything.
Yeah, like legitimately. All right, I'll read test log 2. Don't worry, guys.
Okay, I get to say that. You don't get to agree.
Danny's like, whoa, hold on, bucko. The film canister, labeled as O2, has considerable outer damage and flecks of what has been determined to be dried blood. The film roll inside the canister is destroyed beyond the ability to process. O2 is to be preserved and kept as a record, ensuring no supplemental damage. All right, do you want to do test log 3, Nikki?
I'm enjoying listening to you guys read it.
This is so fucked up.
Please continue, Donald.
Oh, no, you continue. We're going back and forth.
Hold on, you took the one for yourself. It was like 2 sentences. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, maybe you should frickin' jump on it sooner, Forehead. It's your turn.
Test log 3. Dates January 16th, 2019. Notes. I don't know if there's just no note in this case, or if there is, I
did not put it in. Also, the image that's there, I'm switching it, so...
So there's not supposed to be a note in this one?
I'll put maybe an N/A there, just to make it clear that that's not a mistake then.
Yeah, otherwise you're going to have people that spend like 800 hours digging in your CSS to like find the secret note you hid in the code that doesn't exist.
You're not wrong.
Time, 9:48 AM EST. Film number 8. Original negatives were multiple types of flowers. After development, additional distortion in colour, large holes melted through. Film number 9 was a female subject with a landscape background. Subject is shown in double exposure. She appears to be crying. Bruises on her neck are noted.
Why do they keep developing these fucking photos, is my question.
We gotta see what happens.
It's all for research.
Science, obviously.
I'm shaking my head.
Film number 13. The woman is smiling at a party. After development, she's screaming. Is anyone else seeing this? That's crossed out.
What? Risa moment?
Number 16. A male subject. What do you mean, Risa moment? Like they're known for this?
I don't know.
A male subject.
My only other experience with the Risa warning was Jack Rabbit's article with all the crossed out stuff, so I just assumed that was like the things they keep.
After development, only the male subject is shown. He has a twisted scowl and appears to be trying to wipe something off his arms. How is it doing this?
I love this new voice. It's just me reading the SCP. It's like my commentary.
Well, we thought you would interrupt Darnell, so we just included that in the article.
Yeah, good job. Wow, you really thought ahead on everything.
And then we have this image that's, as you say, it's going to be replaced. I think it's pretty creepy already, but it doesn't really match, I guess, what's in there at the moment.
Yeah, I'm switching that one.
I was honestly going to say this one might fit better with the first log because it had the whole drowning thing.
And then we get to test log 4. So take it away, Donna.
Test log 4, okay.
One's a mess. Just a...
An old leather-bound portfolio labeled O4 discovered with noticeable fire damage on the edges of its exterior and interior. The exterior cover of the leather is damaged heavily as the words, "How do you not see?" scrawled erratically on the outside in black ink.
I'll put is scrawled erratically. I think that will make it a bit more clear.
Yeah. The exterior cover of the leather is damaged heavily with the words, "How do you not see?" scrawled erratically, I think. Because as the words makes it sound like someone's writing it right now.
Yeah, I agree.
How do you not see? Scrawled erratically on the outside in black ink with a writing. Are you writing these like little crits down, by the way, so you can go back? And
what I might do here as well, just so I have this, just so we remember this, is after where it says scrolled erratically on the outside in black ink, I would maybe end the sentence there, and then say the writing utensil that indents the material. I don't know, actually.
Yeah, hold on. This sentence got me.
It goes a bit too long here, I think.
Okay, let's
the writing pattern. I would maybe get full stop after black ink. Then maybe the writing pattern, the indents manual indicates whoever written it was potentially in a manic state there.
The writing utensil that indented the material. The
writing pattern maybe indicates whoever had written it was in a manic state.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Not that exactly. That's just me throwing shit. Like the Yeti.
Oh my god, I haven't read that yet. I need to do that. The developed film strips within showed sequential scenes more in the manner of classical movie stills instead of static photography. Film strip labeled 9 has the previously noted female subject shown to be smiling in a candid shot, with birds flying behind her, and as the strip continues, it becomes distorted with color, and the final image is of what appears to be having drowned. Wait. And the final image shows her appearing to have been drowned, is what I would write. Wait, no, hold on. It becomes
honestly,
with
this
color.
whole log is a nightmare.
Okay, and I would say, the final image is of what appears to be her having drowned. Just put her.
Well, she says though she's again on land. I would say her drowned corpse on land.
Well,
and it becomes distorted with color, and the final image appears to be her drowned corpse.
I just change it to it becomes distorted with color, and the final image is of what appears to be her having drowned.
Yeah, but the important part is she's on land, not in water.
Well, yeah, but then leave that. Just leave that the same.
Though she is again on land. Okay. The film strip labeled 10 shows a man standing in front of a wall with graffiti. Images progress to the graffiti itself, changing into unknown characters, and the man is on the ground covering his ears with eyes shut tight.
I'd get rid of the ears after the man there. Just the way the little sentence is laid out, and the man on the ground covering his ears with his eyes shut tight.
Yes. 04 is to be preserved and kept as a record, ensuring no supplemental damage. Alright, then we have one last one, Tan.
Okay. Test log 05, just like the council! No. The date, February 3, 2019. Notes. Every developed image we've tested has changed dramatically over the last month. Photographs have become burned or nearly clawed through as if the SCP is attempting to escape. Why am I the only one who has seen the damages? I hear you. Why do I have to be the one suffering through these godforsaken files? I'm not afraid of you. Oh, is it making its way through the photos into the file and out through there?
What is
Audio
going
log,
on?
Dr. A. there. Are you seeing this? We have an audio here as well.
Are you seeing this? You seeing this?
What the fuck? What? Did you listen to that, Tan?
I did, yes. Film number 22, original negatives, group of friends. After development, additional colours. 23, male subject. After development, struggling. 26, she's smiling. Does SCP project their fears? Why do I keep seeing my own... Oh, that's her in the pictures, right? 30, are they relieved that they're dead? Are these my fears, not theirs? I want to stop. Are you seeing this?
And then we have the ocean picture again. What
End
the...
log.
Are the ocean
Testing
pictures just placeholders?
Notice, and a new head of research has been assigned.
Nikki, are the ocean pictures just placeholders?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that one's gonna be like in the first test log.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Did you have the? Did you write down the stuff to edit so you can go back for that later?
Vaguely, I missed a few.
Okay, no problem. Well, it's gonna no problem. So basically, I would go back on. Let's start from the beginning. What was the first thing that was like a big spag thing? Because if we tackle these paragraphs one by one, we'll get through it pretty quick, I think.
The description.
Yes, we're in the description.
Which part of the description? Was it the second paragraph?
I think we're in the...
We'll start from the beginning of description. SCP-XXXX is the designation of a currently unknown entity discovered within a collection of unbranded, black and white 35mm rolls.
There's a comment after rolls we suggested.
Yes. I would put a comment after rolls, alongside several additional developed photographs that were found on scene. I would
get rid of that word, just to shorten the whole thing. Several developed photographs found on the scene. Well, I mean, maybe I would get rid of that. Just made it developed photographs found at its suspected place of origin.
Yeah, I wouldn't put an initial retrieval either. Well, maybe you could keep it. The entity.
A lot of this is based on our own sort of perspective, so don't take any of this as like gospel truth.
Yeah,
fair. It's also so hard because it's like clinical writing, and it's like, oh my god, how much is too much information and not enough at the same time?
I will always say this. If this were a true, like, if you're going for a more world building thing and you're trying to go, like, for a more IC thing, I guess you could go with more, but realistically, for the sake of writing, I always think less is more. Both because it leaves a little bit more to the imagination and because it comes off cleaner than, like, going on too long about not as important points. That is what I would say.
Hard.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. This is just. I will clarify. This editing process is something every SCP author goes through. It's not a reflection of your skill as a writer at all. Literally, everyone gets crit like this. Everyone goes through this process. It's frustrating to write an article. So don't. I want to assure you, you're not. This is actually a really good article. I like this better than some of the completed articles we've read on the wiki before. If I'm being honest, I really like this, but it just needs a little bit of cleaning up. So that's what we're going through right now. So after that, we have the collection of images recovered from the SCP's initially discovered location in Redacted included the display of two portraits captured of two separate, I would just say of two separate portraits, captured on two separate portraits
you can just put like two separate portraits and just kind of leave it like that.
Yes. You could say two separate portraits that appear to be unidentified individuals or of currently unidentified individuals. Yeah, two separate portraits of currently unidentified individuals. Within the portraits, each subject is seen displaying varying levels of distress and instances of bodily harm, such as bruising. When within the currently unprocessed rolls of film of the portraits, Within the portraits, each subject is seen displaying varying levels of distress and instances of bodily harm, such as bruising, when within the currently unprocessed rolls of film.
Yeah, it works.
I would stop there, and then of the portraits, none were showing, and then I would make it a separate sentence. Of the portraits, comma, none were showing in the negatives before development. Or no. Wait, hold on. Within the portraits, each subject... Sorry, my brain's like struggling with this sentence. Within the portraits, each subject is seen displaying varying levels of distress and instances of bodily harm, such as bruising. When...
I mean, I could just, like, make that a sentence?
Yes. The currently unprocessed rolls of film... Wait.
It's a nightmare.
This last part is what's fucking me up. I'm not sure what you're trying to say with it. Like, everything's good up until such as breathing, but then I get confused. What is this last part supposed to be saying?
I like how it's my own article and I have to reread it. Hang on. It's been a time. It's been a time.
Again, this is not a judgment or indictment of your character. I'm enjoying this. I'm just trying to help you as much as possible.
Oh, no, I know. That's also the joy of writing. You, like, look at something for so long and you're like, I don't know what the fuck I was saying. It's fine.
No, I understand. I understand what is being said here.
I don't.
So,
Can you
within the
explain it to me?
portrait, each subject is seen displaying varying levels of stress and instances of bodily harm, such as bruising. I would maybe put a full stop there. Then the second bit.
Yeah.
However, within the original rolls of film, none of these injuries were showing in the negatives prior to development.
Yes! That is what you should say.
Well,
That's how I get the big bucks.
I would edit that or write that down real quick before we forget it.
that's how you're top 5.
Do you have
Is that
a way
weird?
to...
I mean, we're assuming I'm still top 5. Like, I haven't checked in a while.
Do you have a way to write that down, or are you going to edit it real quick just so we don't forget, like, when the episode ends?
Hang on. Okay.
That, the comma after alongside, and the first one. Okay. As photographs showing SCP-XXXX have been tested, each photograph appears to become increasingly distorted, along with reported damage to the object as each test progresses over time. Chemical burns, and possibly dark shadows enveloping the film, and water damage caused by a seemingly unknown source have been recorded, comma, along with unexplained indentations akin to fingers being pushed through the backside of the photographs. So I just add a comma after recorded on that last sentence, and then I think that's it for the edits on your description. So if I recall, I remember the first test log was like golden. There was nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Second test log, film canister is destroyed beyond the... Yeah, golden. Third test log, I believe also golden. 4 was when it got fucky. 4 is when it got a little fucky.
The entirety of it is just fucked up.
Well, as long as
No.
You're good.
I think the main issue is in test 4, the second sentence.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we need to work
The
on.
exterior cover of the leather is damaged heavily as the words, "How do you not see?" are... No, I would say the exterior cover of the leather is damaged heavily with the words, "How do you not see?" scrawled erratically on the outside in black ink.
Yeah.
Full stop. The writing pattern of this message indicates that whoever written it was potentially in a manic state. So you don't like that idea?
The erratic handwriting suggests that
the sudden silence.
Yeah.
Everyone hated that.
No, I like it. Are you with us still, Nikki?
Yeah, I'm good.
So do you have that like ready and written down before we keep continuing?
Also, I have no idea if you can hear my keyboard, but like, okay.
Okay, cool. We cannot hear your keyboard. You're good. Which is which already makes you also a better content creator than me because my keyboard still clacks in my mic and I don't know how to fix that.
I'm surprised mine isn't because like it's a loud mechanical keyboard.
I'm seething in rage. Okay, so once that's fixed, let's read the rest of this. The developed film strips within showed sequential scenes more in the manner of classical movie stills instead of static photography. Film strip labeled 9 has the previously noted female subject shown to be smiling in a candid shot with birds flying behind her, and I would put a full stop there. Birds flying behind her. Then, as the strip continues, it becomes distorted with color, and the final image is of what appears to... okay, that's when it gets fucky. Hold on. So I would put a full...
I just want to point out that I'm the 4th highest rated on the wiki right now.
Are you above Anonymous? Or like the one of like...
it doesn't show it, so I may very well be up below Anonymous still.
Okay. Who's author number 3?
Clef.
Okay, is Anonymous number 2? There's like a big one in the top 10 that's just all the articles without a writer, right?
Yeah, and one of the Elite 4 is basically what I'm saying.
Oh my god, Elite 4 Tanhoney? Okay, so are you still with us, Nikki?
Yeah.
So I would put a full stop after birds flying behind her, then do as the strip continues, it becomes distorted with color, comma, or no, maybe full stop there, and then the final image... How did you say to word that, Tan?
Which one?
About what appears to be having drowned, though she's again on land.
Yeah, you did that good.
I would say, okay. I'm just trying to get to the same one here. Okay. So, what I had, the final image is of what appears to be her having drowned, though she is again on land. Just put her after B.
Okay. And I would put a full stop after behind her, and then a full stop after with color. So then it's like a little more clean.
Yeah.
And then the film strip label 10 shows a man standing in front of a wall with graffiti. Images progress to the graffiti itself changing into unknown characters, comma, and the man is on the ground covering his ears with eyes shut tight.
This is an easy fix.
Awesome.
This is an easy fix.
I
would say images progress with the graffiti itself changing into unknown characters and the man on the ground. So just get rid of is and change to with.
Yes. And then I believe the test log 5 was fine. So I think that's it. If you want, you can put those in real fast, and we can read it through one last time if you want, but I think it's probably just enough to edit those in. So then aside from that, you just have to change the testing test thing at the top, get the images you'd like, and then right before you post, find an empty number, change XXXX to that number, and then put it in there. And if you need help with that specific part, you can call Tan and I outside of the episode, and we can do that. Or if you want to finish up the article in here, and we could try to do it now in episode. Up to you.
Oh, that could be exciting.
Okay. So I'll wait till you edit those little things, and you let us know when you're done. But yeah, honestly... I really like this a lot. I think this has a ton of potential. I think it's interesting. The imagery was like actually really spooky because you get so used to like these SCPs that are like, and forgive me, I swear I'm not doing this in a way like I'm tearing down other people to bring you up. No hate to any of these SCPs, but I feel like a lot of SCPs have recently become like, this is the god being, you cannot ever hope to escape or defeat it. It is just the end of the world. So having something like smaller scale,
a really creepy thing.
Yeah, so having something smaller scale that's like weirdly creepy and like kind of unsettling is sort of a breath of fresh air, and also I think uniquely spooky. Because, you know, we're so used to the world ending and stuff, it's like this is a more personal level of fear, like affecting one person specifically, which is very interesting. And there's also a bit of a mystery here, right? Like, what's with the scrawling in the book? How is this related to the person writing the article? Why does Risa want to preserve the article as it is? Did something happen afterwards? It gives the reader just enough questions that they want to make up their own theories and figure it out, but it's not so much that it just feels like shenanigan bullshit, which is really good. I honestly think this is...
relieving to hear, because the entire time I was writing it, I was like, "Oh my god, is this boring? Is
No.
it not creepy?"
No. This is great. No, this is honestly, and I don't say this. Well, I guess I do say this slightly, but honestly, banger article. I have a question while you're editing. Beyond the number, what are you going to title your article? Like when you put it in the little list thing?
I was trying to think of that, and I honestly don't know. I mean, I could just be not stereotypical, but I could literally just put, "Are you seeing this?" as the title.
I think that would work.
I don't know if that works.
It does. A lot of people have that where their title's a sentence or even just like a really long meme.
Well,
the
you
only
have like a snappy, like kind of weird title, like maybe Undeveloped or something.
Ooh, Undeveloped, Seeing Negative.
Undeveloped or Redeveloped, maybe. Or Remaster.
Undeveloped is kind of nice. I like
Remastered, like the HD version of the article.
But it's like remaster. It could also be referring to like the entity as the remaster. It's like because like a master of what's going on, maybe. Like, these are just ideas. I'm tossing these out like fucking you shit.
Eggs on the wall, Rain Descartes.
Who?
Rain Descartes, the guy who was like, I think therefore I am. His whole idea was like, he took his ideas and he was throwing them at the wall to see if they splat. Like, can I confirm this is real? No. And the only thing he could confirm is that he could think, therefore he was. And that was like the whole basis of
this guy sounds pretty boring. Does he play Fortnite?
He would in the modern era. I think most philosophers would play video games in the modern era.
But Fortnite, would they play Fortnite is what I'm interested.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know his personal preferences for gaming.
Why not? Find out.
Do you know?
Of course I fucking do.
Okay, would he play in Fortnite?
I played Fortnite once, but this is not relevant.
That's not what I asked. What the fuck?
What did you ask me?
I said, do you know? And you said, yeah, I know if he'd play Fortnite. And I said, well, does he play Fortnite? And then you paused and then said, I played Fortnite once.
Well, I let something slip that I shouldn't have. That's right, I'm he.
So you are Rain Descartes?
Exactly.
Why are you such
I said
a
all that
demon,
shit
bro?
about throwing eggs at the walls.
That was just the analogy my teacher used when he explained it.
I said it, I think I know what I fucking meant.
You're not my teacher.
Is your teacher Rain Descartes? I didn't fucking think so.
Okay. Enough of this. This is going nowhere. How are the edits going, Nikki? Do you think that they're close to finished, Smile?
Oh my god, I can't read. Okay.
That's okay. Neither can I.
Sorry.
This is like anomalous. If this has just become still silence, please cut this out of the final video and fast forward.
Anomalous. If this becomes like mindless, like mumbling and stuff, don't cut it out entirely. Put like an ominous rumble behind it and fast forward through it.
Actually, that would be really funny. Yeah, do that, because then the video will be like... I forgot, now that we have an edit, I would used to tell Tan, like, can you fast forward this so it doesn't bore the audience? And he'd be like, no, we'll just talk during it. And I'd be like, oh great, no one's going to watch this. But now that we have Anomalous, he will actually fast forward.
Can you put us in a loop for a little bit, please?
Can you what?
Can you put us in a loop for a little bit?
Anomalous, don't do that. Just fast forward to the boring bits. Anomalous, my child will not put us in a loop.
My child will keep us here forever.
Oh my god! This is the only video you're able to watch anymore. Anomalous, my child will not put us in a loop.
My child will keep us here forever.
Oh my god! This is the only video you're able to watch anymore. Anomalous, my child will not put us in a loop.
My child will keep us here forever.
Oh my god! This is the only video you're able to watch anymore.
I feel like I might have missed something, but I think it's done.
Okay, let me refresh and take another look. I'm so sorry we got lost in the sauce there.
Oh, no, it's fine. I was trying to read, which is apparently difficult, so it's fine.
While the film is being developed and the subjects themselves become inexplicably altered. Okay. Within them, each subject is seen displaying varying levels of distress and instances of bodily harm. Within the currently unprocessed rolls of film of the portraits. I would put within the currently unprocessed rolls of films, comma, the portrait. No. I would remove of the portraits. Within the currently unprocessed rolls of film, comma, none were showing in the negatives before development. Because we already know that the films are portraits, right? There are no non-portrait films described yet, so I don't know if that is necessary. As photographs showing the SCP have been tested, each photograph appears to become increasingly distorted, along with reported damage to objects as each test progresses over time. Chemical burns, possibly dark shadows, water damage, along with unexplained... Okay, let's get through the test logs. Oh yeah, 1, 2, and 3 are fine. 4... An old leather-bound portfolio labeled 04 discovered with noticeable fire damage on the edges of its exterior and interior. The exterior is covered with the words, "How are you not seeing it?" scrawled erratically, suggesting a manic state. That is much better. Nice, nice, nice. Film strip labeled 9 found inside. I would put a film strip labeled 9 found inside has the previously noted female subject shown to be smiling in a candid shot with birds flying behind her. As the strip continues, it becomes distorted with color. Final image appears to be her having drowned, though she's on land. The film strip labeled 10 shows a man... I would just say the film strip labeled 9, and then I like you have the film strip labeled 10, shows a man standing in front of a wall with graffiti. Images progress with the graffiti having changed and the man on the ground. Oh, and you did the pictures too. Oh, that's trippy as fuck. How'd you make that?
Ooh.
Secrets.
Secret. I got a secret.
SCP is real.
SCP is real.
SCP is definitely real.
SCP is real? But yeah, other than adding the film strip labeled 9 and putting, like, what was it? Currently... there was like a thing where it was like currently unprocessed rolls of film, comma, none were showing instead of the portraits. So I'd remove of the portraits and I'd add the film strip, and then I think all you have to do is remove the testing test at the top and put like what goes there, the SCP number.
Yeah.
I think so.
So then we just have to track down a number for you on the main list, put that in there, bada bing, bada boom, it's done.
Nice.
What do you think, Tan? Do you concur?
I do. I really like this. It's got a nice creepy vibe. It's the mix of media, the audio, the photos. It gives it a really good.
Yeah, the audio was a super good touch. That was nice. I like this a lot.
It's very immersive, is what I mean.
I would give this, as it stands, probably like a 10 out of 10, maybe an 11.
An 11 out of 10.
Yeah, well, it goes up to 13, but that's still a really good score. It's still a really good score, though. It means you went above and beyond like the average excellent article, is what I'm saying. Anything that's
I went a bit off on this, but that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh god, now I have to pick a number? What fresh hell is this?
No, this is the easiest part. Unless your article has like a numeric theme, like something with fiftism, or it's like related to another SCP, like you literally just pick a random number.
Fair.
So what you do is you go to the SCP wiki, scpwiki dot. Okay, go to the wiki. Then you're gonna go to main list. Where is that? Hold on. Okay, so you'll see on the left there's a thing that says SCP by series. Click on the 7 in Roman numerals. And then you just keep scrolling until you see one that says access denied. Then what you do is you edit the page, go to that one, write your SCP's like article name where it's access denied, and then you'll click on the actual... after you've edited the page, you'll click on the actual number link, and then just post your page in there. It'll be like a pre-made page. So, like, first one right off the bat, you could use 6190 is available. If you want it.
I just clicked. I picked 6636.
Okay, 6636.
Nice.
So go to the bottom of this list, click edit, and where 6636 is, where it says access denied, put your article title so people know that one's taken. And then once you've edited the main list, you'll click 6636, put yours in, and then change all the XXXs to the SCP number 6636. And then you're done.
Excellent.
I still can't get over Gwynethort. I can't believe they fucking did him like that. Why did two separate dogs die in almost the same exact way? What is this, like, story? And the thing that's fucked up, too, Tan, is the Gwynethort one takes place in France and the other one in Britain. And those two hated each other, so why were they stealing their legends? Tan?
Is he gone?
No one can say. No one knows.
Well, because you live in England, aren't you a master expert on its ginormous history, Forehead? Can't you explain it all to me?
Of course I can. So it was the same dog, but it teleported.
It died twice? Oh my god, Gwynethort.
Reincarnation.
Gwynethort Saints die twice.
And what a Dark Souls game where you play as a dog now.
Oh my god. Like Sif with the sword.
Oh god, Sif. My feelings.
I love Sif so much. Oh man. This is unrelated to SCP at all, but I'm tearing my hair out right now, Nikki, over trying to get a Munchlax. So finally, after...
I'm only gonna ask if you found one.
So finally, so no one has one except one friend of mine who's completed the decks, but he's kept being like, "Oh, do the decks yourself." But finally, he agreed to give me a Munchlax. But he was like busy hunting shinies or something until I had to start recording with Tan today. And I was like, "I'm recording. We could do it later." And he was just like, "Damn." And I was like, losing my mind.
Sorry.
Readers out
Would you have
there.
one more thing we need to do?
Some of those are honest nightmare.
Yeah. Did you see my interaction with the weird Munchlax Stan account on Twitter?
No.
Oh my god, you have to see that later.
I haven't checked Twitter yet.
Some account named Munchlax Propaganda started like posting to me and like role playing as Munchlax. It was pretty crazy.
Okay, copy paste.
Oh, is it in? Is it in?
Almost.
6636 redeveloped. Nice. And then the last thing you'll do is in the credits, or not the credits, in the discussion, you'll want to make an author post like, "Hey, blah, 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 this is my first article," or whatever, or like you talk about your inspirations, and then you would, and I swear you don't have to, if you don't want to, put us, but theoretically you should be like, "Here's the people that crit for me, thank you so much, yada yada," is the standard fare. You don't have to do that because that was a challenge. I'm not trying to like make you think us, that's weird.
I mean,
but that's just like the general site etiquette is, here's my article, thanks to X, Y, and Z for helping. And then sometimes people like to talk about their inspirations or what's going on, etc.
What number was it again?
6636. It's already on the main list as redeveloped, yeah. But that is standard fare.
excellent. Can you? I mean, I assume there's like an easy way to actually tag people for that?
Yeah. It's like there's a code for it. What is it, Tan? It's like open bracket. Wait, what the fuck? Sorry, Dune just DM'd me. We had a Dune episode 2 months ago, and in that same chat, after 2 months, he said, "I'm feeling it. I want to go back. ... Home. ...
It looks like Dune wants another episode.
What's the thing, Tan? It's like bracket user equals. Someone did this for me when I did my tale. I don't. How you fucking tag the users in Wikidot?
Oh, I just write the names down.
Does that work?
Well, I mean, I didn't link to them. I just sort of.
There's a way to link it to them. Yes. Okay, he doesn't know how to do it. Someone did it for me. Here, let me go to my tale and maybe I can find it how to do it because I did it. Go to Cryptocurrency and its consequences. Let me go to the discussion. Options, edit. Okay, it's open bracket, open, like the square bracket, by the way. Then it's asterisk, user, space, their name, close square bracket, close square bracket. So like,
Oh my god.
here, I'll just copy paste it to the Discord. It would be like
Yeah,
this,
just,
but instead of
just
Phantom 8, you would put Tanhoney or Darnell Jermaine. But yeah, that's just like standard fare. You don't have to do that for us if you don't want.
Oh, I'm gonna thank you guys so much.
Honestly, I don't even know if we deserve anything. So you kind of like knocked this article out of the park on your own. It was mostly just spag error stuff. This is a pretty banging article.
I mean, I definitely had help with making my idea.
I would credit them
I-
as well, if you can, if they have stuff on the wiki, or just shout them out however you can. Just anyone that like generally helps with your article is good to shout out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I kind of figured that because I'm like, Hippo really helped when I first sent him my idea,
Dude, Hippo's awesome. I love Hippo.
which is crazy. I wasn't expecting him to actually be like, yeah, I'll read it.
Dude,
I
Hippo's
didn't
so
even
funny
ask
because like
him. It was just
yeah, every tweet Hippo sends is like, I hate people, I hate human beings, I hate everything. But then he's like the nicest fucking guy in the world and will help you with anything. It's like such a whiplash.
so nice. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he's a very good guy. I'm glad he was able to help you. That is awesome to hear. What's
Yeah,
his name
I
on
was
the wiki
excited.
again, Tan? It's like the Great Hippo or something. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah.
All right, did you post it?
Almost. I am making sure I didn't miss any of the like SCP.
Wait, did you post the main article I meant? The 6636? Did you post the main article, or is that what you're still doing?
I'm still doing it.
Okay, cool. I'm like
I'm
mass
just making sure I
refreshing
didn't miss
this.
any of the like placeholder stuff.
No, you're good. I'm just like mass refreshing because I'm excited to see it.
I'm excited. I'm excited and slightly nervous, but mostly excited.
Poor Anomalous has a lot of editing to do because he also has to edit that first part where I accidentally described how to dox myself. So he's got like a lot of work. I'm sure he'll be happy though, right, Smile?
Yeah.
I'm just imagining the like sonic drowning music that's really stressful while I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything before I post it.
Right. No, honestly, good
Just
to do.
drama.
As a heads up, and this isn't to say you should like post now. Take your time getting everything out, but you can edit articles after they're posted, unless they like get really popular or a contest. Then I think they get locked. But even then, you can like DM a mod and they'll unlock it so you can edit it.
Oh, fair. Be like, hi, I missed something.
Yeah, and they're like, oh yes, no problem. I honestly I have go-to mods. Because some mods I think are easier to get a hold of than others. Like Yasi is really easy to get a hold of. I could not get a hold of. Actually, no, I don't, because I don't want it to seem like I'm calling anyone out. But I'll just say there are mods that are always available. You'll know who they are if you're on like the servers, and they can like that. Just get whatever you need done. I even kind of abused that a little bit when I applied for Wanderer's Library. I was like, Rounder, can you just accept my application? And I think Jackie did the same thing so she could post her article that we had her made. She, like, in one day got someone to accept her in. Yeah, they're super attentive. They're just ready to help. Good guys. Good guys and gals.
Okay. Oh. Editing.
Hannah, are you still alive? I feel like I've lost you in the sauce.
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you just sleeping?
I'm always here. I'm jumping from walls.
Jumping from walls? Why are you jumping from walls?
Because I'm killing.
High score?
Yeah.
How do you guys
High
feel?
score. LOL.
How do you guys feel about Buffalo Wild Wings, the restaurant chain?
We don't have them here. I don't have them here.
Do they have them in Canada?
I'm actually looking it up because I can't remember. I had them when I was in the States, but not here.
2 international people in the call. I have no one to talk about Buffalo Wild Wings with.
Oh, we do. It's just in Ontario. So
Very far.
no.
Damn.
Yeah, Canada's a little big.
I don't know much about Canada. I know like the one bumping city is Vancouver. I don't know if you have any other big cities.
I could tell you anything about Canada, and you can't prove me right or wrong because nobody knows.
Are there any big cities outside of Vancouver, or is the rest of it just like vaguely rural, suburban?
I mean, even our major cities are rural.
Damn.
Like all we have is wildlife and trees, man.
Honestly,
like I live downtown in a major city, and there's still like coyotes and rabbits and deer and stuff.
Did you say coyotes instead of coyotes? Is that how they say it in Canada?
I mean, I'm from like the western side of the country, so it varies.
That's actually super interesting.
I switch between coyotes and coyotes.
No, but I was gonna say I live in the Midwest, which is kind of the same. I think if it wasn't so fucking cold, I think I would love Canada because I love the nature. You know, you guys have all the awesome stuff going on with like the healthcare and the whatnot, and like a nice culture. But like that fucking cold, I hate the cold so much. I can't stand it. But otherwise, I would probably be chilling in Canada.
Like it's finally warm today, and I'm so excited because it's been like minus 30.
Define warm for you guys. It's probably still way too cold for me.
I mean, it's like +6. Oh, it's +6 Celsius. I don't know what that is in freedom degrees.
No, it's cool. Check this out. 6 Celsius to Fahrenheit. That is 42 degrees, which is still pretty cold. I could live in that. Like it gets under freezing here, but it never gets to -30 Celsius. That's horrifying to me. I'm the kind of guy that I would rather sweat. That there are people who are like, oh, I love the cold because you can always put on more clothes, but you can only take off so many. I'm like, no, fuck you. You can't get more than like 3 coats on before you're miserable, and you can't move at all. I would much rather sweat. I've always been a fan of the heat, but in the Midwest we get weather of all types because we get fronts from the north and fronts from the south, and it gets all wonky, and that's why we have tornadoes because of cold and hot air mixing.
Ugh, we have tornadoes too. It's terrible. I mean, I basically live in what would be considered the Midwest/South, I guess, of Canada. It's such a ugh.
Is there a warm part of Canada? Is there like a part that dips down further?
Yeah,
like
Vancouver.
Okay, so
the entirety of like the West Coast is so warm.
Is Vancouver like good to live in though, or is it like San Francisco where it's like, oh no, thank you?
It's 100% like San Francisco. It's expensive.
I just want to. Maybe okay. What if I
just want to
hear me out? What if I accelerate global warming to the point that Canada becomes normal?
Okay, I did it.
Thank you for becoming the mass murderer for our sake, Donna.
I saved it. It's posted.
All right, I'm refreshing. Whoa! The first upvote. Fuck everybody else. Lamau. Also, by the way, if you care about rating, it is 1,000% common practice to upvote your own article. So don't be afraid to do that. SCP authors are that vain. Okay, so that'll be... This is... Oh, I'm so happy for you. So, now that it's all said and done, it's posted, it's up. How do you feel? Are you glad you did this? Do you wish you hadn't? Is there anything you would have done differently? Is there anything you want to do in the future?
I'm super, super happy I did this. Because, well, I mean, like I said before, I was into SCP, like, way back. And I never contributed to anything, so I'm super excited that I got to, even though it took a push off a cliff in a podcast.
I'm just glad we could help.
I'm gonna write more, so I'm excited.
You're gonna write more?
Oh yeah.
I look
100%.
eagerly
I have
forward
more
to your
ideas.
career. I am excited for that. Please don't hesitate to send me your articles. I will break the podcast rules and read them. That is awesome. So as someone who's just finished writing their first article,
Secret podcast rules.
as someone who's just finished their first article, what advice would you give to someone else who's been wanting to write their own article but has been scared or on the fence about it?
Do it.
Do it right now.
That's it. I mean, I think the biggest problem is people think of the wiki as like the neighborhood watch from Hot Fuzz that
Yeah,
just
exactly.
murders you. It's bad for the greater
there's
good
this
of the
perception
wiki.
of the people who approve the SCPs.
I also think
it's like the
there's
council.
there's a little bit of a
Greater
misconception, I think, in the larger community that like you have to be a special individual to write for the wiki. Because like, for example, I wrote like one tale. I'm not a big deal, but I shared that with someone on a role playing forum I'm with, and they're like, "You write for the SCP wiki?" And I was like, "Well, so do like 17-year-olds. Chill your fucking roll. It's not that great." Slow your roll. Anyone can write for the wiki. But yeah,
This guy doesn't even know how to talk. Listen to him.
but like I think there's a misconception that only like
yesterday.
I think there's a misconception that only the most elite practiced writers can write for the wiki. No, anyone, if you put in the time, effort, get the crit, anyone can write for the wiki and do a banger job.
I mean, I am pretty cool and elite. That's true. But
are.
yes, anybody can write for the wiki.
That's
I don't know
cool
what to
and
make
elite
my
as it gets.
discussion title.
What you should do is upvote your freaking articles so you have more of a buffer in case people get all pouty.
I will. Right? And somebody's like, "This is bad." Downvotes into oblivion.
That is one thing I'll give you that I noticed, I think stressed out Jackie a bit, is you will get a lot of people like your article, and a lot of people will give you crit in the discussion, and some of that crit is stuff that, okay, you should edit this, you should change, but some will be styles and opinions, and that doesn't mean the crit's bad or the person's ill-intentioned, but don't feel like you have to adjust every time someone's like, "I don't think this idea worked," or "I think you should have done that," because sometimes it's a difference in style,
Too
and
many
you should...
books will rough.
Exactly. That doesn't mean turn away
Right.
every single criticism ever, but don't be afraid to be like, "I respect your opinion, but I like the way I did it." Because I noticed poor Jackie like tried to be like, "Oh, I'll do this," and then eventually she settled on, "You know what? No, this is what I wrote. I like it." And I was like, "Yes, queen." But like so many
Good,
people were
yes.
like when people were like, "You
Confidence.
shouldn't repeat the deleted things. It's repetitive." I'm like, "No, that's the fucking intention. Don't listen to them." I was like so
Right?
bad about that.
I told her that too. I was like, I'm a big fan of repeated,
Yes.
like stuff like that. I think it's so good. And I
Hammers
mean,
the point
even
home.
with mine, like my biggest inspirations for stuff are horror games or anything like that in media, like analog horror's huge right now, which makes me excited because there hasn't been much in the past few years.
I just watched the Mandela catalog, Lamau. That's pretty good.
Did you watch the like the newest one?
Yeah, 2.
Like,
Tan
the
hasn't seen it yet.
second
We can't
ep-
spoil
yeah.
it.
No,
Tan's being
I want
slow
to see
about it.
Monument Mythos. That's really good.
Wait, Monument Mythos? Everyone keeps telling me to watch that. Can someone send me a link to that? Or should I watch it
Sure, I'll send
together?
you reference.
Should we do a watch together,
Yeah.
Tan, or is it...
That could be fun, yeah.
You want to join us, Nikki? That could be fun. Not today, though. I'm too busy today, but we'll find a time.
I'm totally on board. Yeah, 100%.
All right. Well, I think everything's done. Any closing remarks from either of you? What?
I feel like I should have something profound to say after this experience, but my mind is blank.
Do you have anything you want to plug? Like your TikTok, anything else you're creating,
Besides
friends?
my soon-to-be super famous SCP article I just wrote with you
Hell
guys.
yes. Listen. I don't want to say. I don't want to.
Out before this is published.
I'm gonna say this. The last person who wrote an article for us got plus 100, so I think you're in good hands. I say as like we did nothing to barely did anything for her article. Yeah, with our edits, you'll reach the top, kiddo. No, but
Now
for
it's
real.
time for Look
And,
at
like,
this.
crawl.
1,000 thank yous for agreeing to come on and do this. I'm so glad you did it and enjoyed it. I think it's going to help a lot more people in the offsite community feel more confident about interacting with the onsite community. I think you're doing great work helping bridge the gap. I know Simply Creative, another podcast, is doing similar stuff. They're trying to move on that. And I'm just really grateful you were willing to come on and give us the time of day and work on this. It was a ton of fun. It was nice meeting you. Thank you for giving me a weird ear at like 2 a.m. last night or the night before. That was awesome.
You're welcome. And I mean, thank you guys for pushing me to actually do it. And for, letting me on here too.
Hell yes.
And yes,
teamwork.
anybody can write an article. Do it. It's super fun. And I think one of the things is a lot of people get scared of crit. Like, they get so scared of critique. And honestly, it was a blast talking to people and being able to go back and forth on ideas or how to write something better.
Yes.
It's fun.
Exactly.
That is
So
the
much
big
fun.
thing, is once you realize the crit's not a personal attack on your skill as a writer, but it's like well-intentioned, meaning to help you and give ideas, the world changes. And to be fair, the people you talk to on Discord and Twitter will probably give better crit than like the people in discussion who like are trying to be cool and aloof but mean. So that'll give you a better experience too.
I think that's it too, is like who you interact with.
What'd you say, Tan?
I was gonna say, I've heard it said that like a comment is worth like 10 upvotes in
Yeah.
terms of enjoyment there.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably agree with that.
But yes. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for coming on, Nikki. We will see you guys next time.
Well, the comments, Darnell.
Oh, fuck! Fuck! Speaking of comments being worth 10 upvotes, oh god, no, they're gonna see my YouTube recommended page. Can you just link me directly to the video, Tan, before I pull it up on here? I didn't even think about that.
Page?
You know, let's just say whatever it wasn't even that bad, but Anomalous felt the need to edit it, so now I'm afraid. Like last time he edited all the recommended. I think he was just doing it to like protect my privacy, but it like made me panic. So just link me directly to the video and I'll read from there.
You're a freak, I've linked it.
Anomalous studio.youtube.com. What the fuck?
It's like fucking where the comments are!
Oops, something went wrong. You idiot, just link me the video normally.
Oh, this fucking guy.
Oh, this fucking guy. Oh, I'm damn horny.
Make sure to hide your bookmarks, co-host.
I'm gonna eat your brains. Okay. Do you want to stay around for the comment reading, by the way, Nikki? You can if you'd like, or you can leave. It's up to you.
I would love to hear some comments.
Awesome. Before we read, did you watch the last episode? You're not in trouble if you say no, but a lot of these are going to be inside jokes about that.
I didn't, but it's okay.
Okay.
And I was actually guilty.
It's on my list to actually watch later, so.
Don't be alarmed by all the religious comments. Okay, here we go. Lang Lim says, "Oh, I remember recommending Tapioca because of how cute it is, and it seems like I've discovered another great SCP in the form of bees." Uwu says, "Milk Jesus reading when?" Comedy Man Kelp says, "Catholic Joker, best bit." What about the bowler? Who's better in the comments? Let us know. Catholic Joker or the bowler? Do you remember the bowler, Tan?
I vaguely remember the bowler.
The bowler was like your super villain who's like, strike! And he
Sorry,
was
Spider-Man. I already launched a strike through Aunt May's ribs.
like, no, it was like, I'll kill your whole family if you don't pick up my spare. And he like threw bowling balls at you. That was a good bit. It was an old bit. Jim Slater says, "Funny because a Catholic penguin would just be a nun. Thanks for the laugh, guys. I needed that." Oh, like Penguin from Batman. Do you see what he did there?
I like it.
King T-Rex 101 says, "There is no funny comment. Read 4840. This is a threat." Is that a haiku? There is no funny No, it's not.
Okay, so it's not a haiku, so why the fuck should I listen to you?
Yeah. Try writing a haiku next time and we'll think about it. Brandon Hamilton says, yes, so funny!
So we probably will read that at some point.
What will we read? Oh, 4840?
Yeah.
Land says, Buddhist Bane was the best reveal of all time. Had me dying laughing.
Very cool.
A Bush from the island of Borneo says, honestly, I had to stop the video because I was laughing so hard. Dude, we have to have Brett on again. He brings the content. That was so funny, dude. Raul Alves says, if you guys were wondering, Bread was in the D&D campaign I ran for Tan and him and some other people. So, like, our chemistry, I think, is really good because we just bonded so much and we're really comfortable around each other. Like, sometimes when we have guests on, we're, like, a little polite because we don't want to, like, accidentally say something that goes too far for how little we know them. But, like, I feel like I can just do whatever with Bread and it works. You know what I mean? And that just comes naturally with time, getting to know people. Like, Dune, I feel like we've bonded with a lot more since we had him on Havoc Moon, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Raul Alves says, Tabioka, yippee! The baby has come. Great guest appearance from Bread. This was fun. Catholic Joker and all. Thanks for the episode. Thank you, Raul. It's always good to hear from you. You're welcome for the episode. Breaking the Veil, aka I believe Locke, says, great episode, guys. Y'all gotta have Bread back on sometime. There's a lot of fun energy/chemistry. Got me fucked up wanting to write a religious Batman AU fanfic. Please do. I would read that like 10,000 times.
Please make SCP somehow involved so it can be on the wiki.
Better yet, no, make it a web serial that competes with Aetheral Space for readers.
Okay, maybe not. Not sure. Maybe not. Maybe don't write it.
Do you read Aetheral Space, Nikki?
Yeah.
Wait, what? How far are you?
Not very, unfortunately. I'm trying to catch up.
No, it's cool. I just need people to talk about Aetheral Space.
I love it though.
It's so good, right?
I'm loving it.
Just wait though. You'll get 5 arcs in and you'll be like, wow, a lot of characters love widening their eyes and flaring the aether. But jokes
I'm
aside,
gonna message you at 3 a.m. and be like, oh my god,
I can't believe Musashi did that. Wait, how far are you into arc 1?
oh god, not very.
Okay.
I want to say halfway.
Yeah, so Musashi's still a little bitch right now. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Quaker Button Nose 128 says, SCP-4966 sat in silence for several minutes, occasionally making confused vocalizations. Me trying to write. Haha, quirky and relatable. A Bush from the island of Borneo says, God, the religious DC characters are the funniest shit I've heard recently. Now that I'm thinking about it, would Robin be an agnostic but secretly keep it to himself so he doesn't disappoint Protestant Batman? Also, the honey, I'm home quote probably originates or became popular from the hit American sitcom I Love Lucy. That's what it was from. I can't blame you for not knowing that, Tan. When I grew up, my family had me watch a lot of TV Land, which is old-ass shows, and that's why I knew that quote. I was like, what's that from? As for recommendations, SCP-5657, Nikki knows. SCP-6101, the most powerful SCP. We keep getting recommended 6101. We should probably do that. And SCP-6380, the Irish problem. Tan, do you feel comfortable reading that? I know.
Well, it depends on the content, I imagine.
Guare Fernandez Emil says, this episode was hilarious. Now I'm left wondering how would a Protestant Joker be like? Like the denomination changes his Joker personality. Once he's Protestant, he's like, I've seen the light, Batman. The error of my ways. God is for the people.
Oh, and that's why my laughing gas is for the people. It's simply divine.
No longer will I sell indulgences for my sins. Oh my god. I don't know where I was going with that. Cute Sweet Corgo says, yes, bread, DJ, bread. Also, bread is so right. Bees are the best. And if you ever have a chance to try, mix pollen/honey and nomming it. It's really good. Trust me, Flushed.
Corgo is a bee, revealed, confirmed.
Honestly, Corgo, every time I see Corgo...
It's Corgo.
Yeah. Every time I see Corgo, DM me on TikTok or, post on Twitter in our comments, my heart flutters. I'm so happy and filled with joy.
And all they say is bzzz, indicating they are a bee.
Andre posted some timestamps that may or may not be accurate, because I don't think they watched the episode yet. They just, because they mentioned the Discord, they just rushed to make the timestamps for some reason. AnAnomalousWriter says, the Catholic Joker has made their debut. Quite an interesting turn of events. P.S. May I have a munchie smile? You can have all the munchies, our dear editor. Anomalous, edit in a bag of munchies for you. If you know what that is, it's snack food.
Eat the weaker viewers.
Do you have munchies in Canada and England?
What can't we fucking do? What do you mean?
Do you mean the bag that has a mix of stuff in it?
Yes. Well, I don't know because I know
Yeah.
other countries have like way
It's a-
stricter laws on like what kind of junk food they can have. So I didn't know if you guys had munchies because it's like Cheetos and
I
a bunch of other
love
shit.
munchies.
They're good. As the name implies, they're my favorite snack when I'm high. I really like them.
I mean, fair. You're not wrong.
I can't eat them anymore though. I gotta be healthier. Thought Experiments and Other Stuff says the cutest creature other than 999 on the wiki. That's honestly a really kind thing for you to say about me, and I'm blessed. Thank you, Thought Experiments. I assume that was for me and not for the Tabioka. Also, ooh woo, Darnielle gives me in Scooby Doo Tat Honey. What? Also, ooh woo, Darnielle
Gives me.
and
You're a Darnielle.
Scooby Doo Tat Honey terrifies me.
Those are our alternates.
Tat Honey? I love Tat Honey as like a biker tan Honey who's bald and like covered in tattoos.
No, you said you watched Mandela Catalog, and those are our alternates. Darnielle
Oh, they are?
Anthony.
Hey, make sure you turn on the camera in the back hall, okay?
Okay. Darnielle, look around, I got a present for you.
Static, scary face be like. Honestly, I really enjoy the Mandela catalog because I love the suspense. It's not terribly scary, but I will say the like spooky face in Overthrown got me for a bit. Like that one got me for a little bit. It didn't like make me jump and scream or anything, but like that stuck in my head for a while. I think because it was like a warped depiction of Jesus and I'm a Christian, I kind of like, whoa, stuck with me in a chilling way. But very, very cool series. And then lastly, Sir Zarapokegod says, ooh woo. Yeah. Sorry.
And no one can eat that one.
You can what?
And no one can eat that one.
Why does my... Okay, you know how there's like super long video essays?
Yeah.
I think I put YouTube on when I'm going to bed with Wendigoon stuff, so I think it must be auto-playing to those, because recently my recommendations are filled with shit like hour and 11-minute video called SpongeBob SquarePants Skin Theory. And it's like, what? Yeah, or like the rabbit hole iceberg explained, like all this weirdo shit. I think Wendigoon's fucked up my recommendeds. Anomalous, you can only reveal that video.
The SpongeBob Skin Theory.
It's got 5.6 million views, so clearly it fucking went off.
There must be something to it.
Well, I think it's like sometimes characters like peel their skin off like it's costumes, so there's like a weirdo thing. I don't know. Here, I'll link it to you if you're interested.
I don't know. SpongeBob peels his skin off like a costume. What are you talking?
A lot of the characters here. Listen, bitch. I'm gonna click it, which is gonna ruin my recommendations forever. I'm gonna instantly pause it. Hold on. Pause. Okay, and then I'm gonna copy, and I'm going to paste it to you.
Do we need the running commentary on the process of sending me a link?
Yes. There you go.
Okay.
See what I mean? Do you see what's going on? Like they keep taking it off like costumes.
I understand.
The Patrick Gorilla one fucked me up as a kid.
That gorilla was fucking terrifying.
Alright, but that's enough SCP today. I'm tired of SCP now. Thanks for
There's
watching.
There's nothing left to find out. I just fucking end this stupid podcast. Right?
Jesus. Doomer Tandoni? Alright, bye!
Bye!
Bye.